Hello, internet friends. Welcome to Quests and Cthulhu. Thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday with us here on Quests and Chaos. We are playing Call of Cthulhu in the Old West with the Great Dane Society. It is Saturday night, and it's time to play some games. Just a few quick announcements to get through. As always, the Birds of Paradise, the official dice of the Great Dane Society. Tiana has she's got some models she can show off here of the great big dice.
I am fortunate enough to be with the Mama Burb at the moment, so I am getting to use these gorgeous, enormous dice today that I will say progressively worse throughout the live stream just to get at her.
I will tell you that for the we all logged on a little early to talk and that sort of thing. A good 10 minutes of that time was all of us going to birdsofparadise.com and buying dice because Tiana is going to mule them back to us. So Tiana is going to bring back a carry-on of dice for all of us that will have it on there. So thank you, Andrea and Birds of Paradise, for all the cool stuff that you make. And if you use our code chaotic15, chaotic somewhere in there, chaotic, you can get a nice little discount on your order. And sadly, we cannot guarantee delivery by Tiana for everybody. That's a feature that's a whole nother Kickstarter is really what we're saying.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
It's the
Hey, Eric, hit me up. I might be able to help you out. Otherwise,
we might have ordered so many dice that it's going to kick Tiana's luggage weight to the next tier, and it's going to cost us more money to have them.
It'll cost me more than the $30 in dice.
That's right.
listen to my carry-on, which isn't weighed.
There we go.
Well,
that is a key Essen tip. If you ever are going to Essen and bringing back games, the heaviest games go in your carry-on. Our dear friend Michelle tells this wonderful story of she bought this game there that had Bakelite tiles, and she was putting them in the pockets of her jacket to go through airport security because she didn't want to have them, because if your bag is over 25 kilos, they charge you €50. And so she was like filling her pockets with the game components to get through there. So our friends at Nord Games, we love them as well. Really, the greatest service they offer is they let you buy products to play D&D without giving Wizards of the Coast money, which is, do not give Wizards of the Coast money, give Nord Games money. If you use our code with Nord Games, Chaotic 15 maybe? I don't know.
Chaotic 15.
Chaotic 15.
I should point out our campaign to get sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. It's not going well.
I have not
and by not going well, you mean we've given zero fucks about doing one, right?
I personally sent some harshly worded emails to Wizards of the Coast saying they should not work with us.
Thanks, Ezra.
No, Wizards, if you give us money, I will be quiet for 2 minutes while Thomas talks about it. That is
they wouldn't be on this show. So that's this show. They don't even know about this.
Excuse me. So we have a giveaway tonight. We are giving away another copy of this module that we are playing right now, Sunspots. Again, if you are the sort of GM who likes a sandboxy adventure, this is a very well done one. My buddy Dave Sokolowski did a great job putting it all together in a way that makes sense for a sandbox adventure, so that first it introduces the location, and here are the location areas, then the people, and here's things you know about the people. And then
why don't you open that page up, Ezra, and show it to us?
And then there's just a timeline of, this happens, then this happens. And so, there's a real sense of things happening in the world no matter what the players do, which is, I think, always the sign of a good sandbox game.
So we're right at the tail end of this one, right? It's almost over.
No. Oh no. We might be 2 more sessions. I don't know, maybe 1.5, depending on how you guys break things. Depending on
we're leaving soon, and all
that's right. I mean, you have agency. The other Jared will fix everything.
It doesn't help you well.
So we'll be doing that #chaos at the break when we get to the break to be entered to win a copy of this module. Sadly, we won't be able to get it to you in time to read for spoilers. Well, actually, I guess we might. Thomas said he sent the other one out, so you know.
I've been sending PDFs. So
right.
I've been.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
And
So
also, it took me a week to send a PDF.
You know, I mean, time is a meaningless construct during the pandemic.
When you wear the same clothes every day and you don't know what day it is.
It's very true. It's very true. But I always know when it's Saturday because that is a day when, and I'm a little sad because I'm noticing that for, again, my personal favorite segment of the entire day is not happening because Amy has stopped doing math.
Should I try? I'll try and do this kind of math. Do you want me to do this? Because
that's Amy reads. That's not
this
Amy
is,
does
well,
math.
First off, this is artistic interpretation of my writing with a very thick dry erase marker.
All right. You know what? This could be entertaining. It's time for America's favorite segment.
I'll have to have the chat so I can read the actuals after you get the interpretation of what I wrote down.
We'll call this Amy reads Thomas's math.
That's exactly what it is. Okay, so I'm going to start us off with the 4 inspiration that we deserve.
Done and done.
Deserve.
J. Matthouse.
J. Matthouse?
Well, you know, you don't need.
I know what it is, but it looks like J. Matthouse, the German spelling of house.
I was thinking Madhouse.
I mean, it is J. Matthews. Pretty.
Yes, exactly.
502 TN. Happy Due Day.
It's a dash.
Where's
It's a dash.
Where's the camera? Does that not look like Happy Due Day to you?
Happy.
That looks like Sanskrit. We can't.
Okay.
All right.
Tiana. Actually, hold on. Tana, because that's what's spelled in chat.
You know, he hears me as Rowan half the time. I'm sure he gets him mixed up with his kid. You know.
Happy birthday! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation
It
point!
says Happy Due Day.
Well, I mean, it was my due day, kind of.
Wait, what?
Got a new dude.
That's how rumors get started. Let's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it? It's Andrea's. You know.
It was your mom's due date.
When I was due into the world.
Yes. Okay, so the next 500 is to Ezpa.
It's this marker.
Oh,
it's all-
Ezra Arpa. Yes, Ezra.
Those are fine scooters.
Still not that nice.
Hey,
Don't know what that means.
that was correct. That one was correct because J. Matthews is still not that nice.
Right. He gave some to Tiana, but he's still not.
Oh. This is Thomas's math. Okay, so the next one is Tameg Ator.
Well, okay. It's
We know who
Cora.
that is. Yep.
Again, I started to write shorthand because
Wasn't that a location in the Lord of the Rings? Wasn't that like
Yeah.
one of the towers?
Tameg Ator. Or Tar. It's real tough. It could be Par, maybe Tameg Par. 500 to first. It's supposed to be Sam lost, but it looks like Sam lost.
the first Sam we lose.
The
Hey.
first sandwich that goes down.
Oh, so I think that goes to us. Hold on.
Well, that's a conditional. It sounds
Yeah.
yeah, but to the players, yeah.
So who the hell is Slibo?
Okay, first off, I spelled it wrong, so let's just get that out of the way.
500 Lil. Who's Lil?
I want to call this
500
episode "Who the hell is Slibo?"
And who's Lil? What's this? Lil.
1 and 1.
Again.
It's 1
One
and
and
1.
one.
Again.
1 and
Yes,
1.
1 and 1.
Look,
Slibo.
hey, Slivy.
So that is
Yep.
Slivytov. And I that one was very well miswritten on there, but I could have figured it out. So.
Tom
I
Go
like
Tom.
Slibo.
Yep. Our next
I
one
like
is Tom
Slibo.
Go Tom.
Yeah, that does look like Tom Go Tom.
Told you. 500 to Ezra. So at least that's written well.
To
To make quaffers.
to make
Cloth?
some offers.
Cool. Dough Body 42, 500 Tian.
You know, look, I've been indoors for a long time, so
This marker is
Hold on.
very.
I've got one more.
Hold on.
I work hard for this body.
The Dead Boy 42.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we all know who Dodge Boy was or Doughboy.
And that is one. That's 500 bits. Happy birthday to the best door-to-door dice delivery service.
Yeah.
That's the English version of that. All right, are we ready for the last one?
Sure.
Spear 223, 300, 1-to-1.
Okay.
What the hell does that mean?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. You read that shit.
that is Specs 223 with 500 to Ezra and 500 for Tiana's new haircut.
Nice,
her,
yeah.
her due day. Yeah. See?
Oh, there we go.
New due day.
He gave me a haircut today. I am very pleased about this. And he handed me the Chaos Agent's eggs that he made.
I saw those. Those are fantastic.
Very
What?
crunchy.
Those
He makes dragon eggs.
Oh, I thought they were chocolate eggs. Never mind. That was just my fantasy.
Near-
Amy visits the Discord as much as she subscribes to the channel.
So about once a month.
Pretty much.
Well, there you go. Thank you so much for your bits, your likes, your subscribes. We haven't mentioned our we mentioned our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, you should be in there. There's all sorts of cool stuff. And I want to once again shout out two things about our Discord. One, if you are a fan of the redacted reports, you can go on our Discord and see an incredibly redacted forum channel. There are just blocks of black, easy for me to say, all through that thing. But it's a great place to talk about everything redacted reports. And second, the new GM channel, which I've really been enjoying popping in and talking with folks about. There's some really neat conversations going on there. People asking questions about how would you run this in this game, or what system should I use? That sort of. I'm really enjoying it. So if you're not a part of it, get in our Discord. It is a great place to be.
On that note, Ezra, I want to jump in about the Discord. There is a channel on the Discord called Support. And while originally for tech support, I think that it's found a fantastic use in our community coming together and helping each other out through difficult situations. So that is on the Discord as well. And we want to just send our thoughts to Tiger on who is dealing with the loss of someone. So we thank you for being a fantastic moderator, part of our community, and part of our family. So
and on that note, if you'll indulge me, I sit in this chair every week, and directly below me downstairs was a young man named Aaron who had muscular dystrophy, and he unfortunately passed away just today. But he would always ask why I made so much noise on Saturday nights. And this was a guy who was dealt every bad card that you can be dealt. He lived in a wheelchair. He had every reason to be a bitter person and to bemoan his lot in life, and had the amazing grace, if you'll pardon that phrase, to be happy, probably stoned a lot of the time, but just happy and aware of all the things he had in his life that were positive. And I don't want to turn this into a toxic positivity thing, because he lived a hard life, but how he approached that life was, to me, how I'm going to remember him. And so as you follow us down darker trails, Aaron, this is for you. and as Elias and Jerry Mathers as the beaver. Outstanding. All right. So we are in the lovely town of Brighton, Nevada. It is a resort town on the border, close to the border in the mountains between Nevada and California. And this whole place is just weird. There are, it's the middle of winter, and yet it is sunny and warm and beautiful here. And there seem to be a number of competing sun worshippers popping up and down. You came to Brighton with Dr. Peterson, who is looking for his daughter, Susan. I wrote that down. And you have heard that Susan is now Susan is now one of those sun deity worshippers. And there are a number of others. You've met a couple of them. There's one less now because where we ended last episode, the priest of Sunna, Hans, used a burning torch and marshaled the power of the sun and destroyed the priest of Huitzilopochtli. And that is where we ended it. There were a few other little things in town. You got rooms at a hotel where nobody kind of really cared about doing anything for you. Everybody was more interested in worshiping, and you had another Jared. There was a sunbathing Jared out on the beach that a few of you noticed and remarked upon, but some of you haven't yet noticed. And you are out on that beach, and Hans has just fried this poor priest of Huitzilopochtli, and that's where we start things up. And like he burns the guy, and like Hans and the four guys with him will just sort of stand there triumphantly.
So I guess the only question is, are they clustered close together?
Yes, fairly.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone else is quick on the... I mean, there's people who are quicker on the draw, but I don't know if there's anyone else as trigger happy.
So what I'm hearing is we should go into initiatives.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those of you with quick draw, are you drawing?
Yes, because I just watched him set a man on fire. So yes, I'm going to draw my pistol.
Okay. All right. So if you are going to use your pistol, then Susanna, you will be going first at, I think, 1:30.
All right. Well, then I will take a shot at the fellow.
All right. Roll. You are pretty close to him, so this is a normal shot. Roll those giant dice.
Uh, 37 out of 70.
She had to take a picture of the dice to know what this.
I don't have my character sheet on this computer.
Okay. Yeah. You fire. I assume you're firing at Hans.
Yes.
Okay. So you fire, and there is a like a blinding flash of light as the bullet gets close to him, and everyone else is going to be covered in that light. So that was 1:30. Did anybody else quick draw? All right, so now we'll go to Hans. Let's just roll his. Okay, wow, Hans is pretty up there. 90, 80, 70s.
70s. Go ahead.
Or wait, somebody. Oh no, Susanna has the 80.
Right.
All right, we'll start with Elias this time.
Ooh, I think I'm frozen. I don't know what to do on this.
All right, Elias is just like. Okay.
I just saw a quick draw, a flash of light. I'm gonna back away and find some cover, I guess.
All right. And do you wanna give Amy a flamethrower here?
and the Shropshire slash.
I always enjoy when you try and say that. That would be a hard one to say with a lisp. The
The
Shropshire
Shropshire
Flasher.
Flasher
The Shropshire
with
Flasher.
1,000 bits. That's all. That I believe Ezra has to give Amy the flamethrower. But if we give Amy the bits, maybe something turns into a one.
There might be something close. Well, we'll. Oh God, yes.
Brighton
Shoot,
thrower.
don't shoot.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just find some cover and draw my rifle.
All right, yeah. You find like a tree on the side of the beach, and you are like behind that tree. All right, Jonesy.
Yes, cover. Cover and take out my gun and hold it. I don't have enough time to fire or anything, but I'm gonna go back and behind and I'm covering.
Okay. Jared.
Yeah. Seeing the flash, can I shoot? Because I'm mostly just shooting into all of them.
Right. Yeah. You have a whole. You're shooting a shotgun.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm more. I don't want if he's using magics to block it directly around him. I don't want to center it on him. I want to also.
They're all pretty close to him, so you're
Yeah.
not sure about that. But there's two guys. There are two guys sort of in the flying V on each side that you might be able to.
Okay.
You don't know. So yeah,
I mean, there's still going to be. I'm just. Oh crap. Okay. That's a critical.
Well, that's double damage. You are.
Oh no, that's
easily-
not hard. That's a critical, right?
Oh,
Which
No,
which
that is-
critical?
Oh,
yeah.
that's double damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hard
all right.
Not a
success.
fumble? Not a critical
hard
fumble?
successes. Yeah, it's not a critical fumble.
You seemed excited. I thought it was a critical fumble.
Oh no, a surprise.
Surprise, yeah.
Okay, so do you want me to roll once and double or roll twice?
Roll once and double's fine.
Okay, good, because math. That'd be 30 damage.
All right, there are definitely some cries of pain amidst. You're still like trying. You just kind of fire and like can't really look at it because it's like staring into the sun. But you definitely hear like a couple
Okay.
70s, and now it's to Abe. Oh wait, sorry.
Wait, did Jonesy go, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Jonesy found cover.
Oh, okay.
You
'Cause I was
hear. What is your initiative, Abe? You're a 50 something, right?
Yep, I'm 50.
Okay, so you hear Hans say now is not the time to deal with these infidels. And Abe, that's what you hear him say.
So in a fashion, are we shooting guns now?
You sound like Urkel.
Kind of.
Get out.
Alright, girls there.
So if I have the opportunity to pull my weapon and shoot, It's a lot
no,
for
'cause you
Abe.
don't have quick draw, so
no, I don't. So I'm just gonna pull my weapon and, just maybe
All right.
I don't know, pull my weapon and look good.
All right,
Yeah.
so as the round ends, the blinding light is still there. Everybody make me a spot hidden roll. Anybody who sought cover gets advantage on this.
Ooh, okay.
I don't.
It's just a regular.
You don't need it.
Ooh,
Well, you know what? I might.
It always
oh
get
yeah.
better.
hard success.
Hard success. All right.
I could not beat a 10, which is a critical.
All right. So anybody that got it. So everyone but Susanna notices that normally when you start firing guns, places clear out. But here, like, people just aren't even reacting. Like, people are still on the beach. What's his name? John
Jared
Yellow. John Yellowbird. John Yellowbird and his people. They're still just with their heads down, holding hands. Cool Jared is still just laying on the chase lounge.
Hippie Jared.
Hippie Jared. So people are not reacting to the fusillade of gunfire that has just gone off.
It's loud though. I mean, it's not like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There are booms. A shotgun has just gone off. Everybody, everybody would notice that. And at the top of the round, the blinding light of the sun remains there. And so, like, you can't even look where Hans was. So people with firearms, if you're going to fire, you have plus 50. You'll be firing blind into whatever that ball of plasma that you are looking at is. So, Susanna, are you going to fire?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and make a roll.
All right. Do I have a disadvantage die or anything on that?
No, just roll.
Okay. Eee. 34 hard success.
All right. Yeah, you fire a bullet into that sun. You don't hear anything.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Back to 70s. We'll start with Jonesy first this time.
I'm not going to shoot. I'm waiting for somebody to move or make a move on us.
Okay.
I'm still hiding.
All right. Jared. You're on mute, Jared.
Yep. I want to dash to the side to try and get around. I don't know if they've moved at all.
Well, yeah, as far as you know, they haven't moved.
If they have, I want to kind of shoot. I want to move a bit and try and shoot past.
Are you going? So
Towards the
basically,
beach.
you can go street side and be on the boardwalk, or you can go beach side.
Yeah, beach side.
All right, so you go beach side. All right.
I
Make
figure
me
one of two things have happened. They've either come this way, in which case I might be able to actually see them, or they've gone the other way, in which case if I'm shooting that way, I might hit them.
Okay. Yeah, make me a spot hidden roll.
Regular success.
All right. You see a police car. A police car. You see a
Carriage.
yeah. You see a lawman. Clearly, someone who looks like a lawman. Walking this way purposefully.
Okay.
He's got a star on his chest. All right.
If I watch someone get burned alive, I'm still gonna take the shot.
Elias. Or are you? So, but you. That's so you don't like. There's still. They must be in that ball of light there that you can't see.
Okay.
'Cause you don't see them anywhere else.
Well, it's just moving and shooting.
So you're gonna shoot again?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Take a shot.
I mean, there's not much else I can do, so. I will not spend the luck to hit.
Okay. You fire off another blast. It seems to go above.
Because they could have gone up.
Yeah.
They
You know.
could have
I mean.
ascended. A lot of talk about ascending last time.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Elias.
I'm just gonna hold, just wait and see what's happening.
All right. Abe. Oh wait. Sorry. You all hear two things. You hear a voice that you have not heard before, but Jared, you see is the lawman who is going, "Stop! Stop shooting! Stop shooting!" And you also hear very faintly, kind of in a weird distance way, Hans's voice, as he says, "The ever-burning light cannot be quenched." And Abe.
So do I see, when I hear the stop shooting, I can tell what direction and I turn to see what's happening?
So it's kind of behind the blob right now, behind
Okay.
the burst of sunlight.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of follow Jared's path and try and move around, but towards the beach.
All right.
Move around.
So
the
you will
ball.
see a guy waving.
Okay. I wave back.
You wave at him?
Yeah, of
All right.
course.
All right,
He's
when you
yelling,
wave at
I'm
him, he
just like-
starts to make a beeline towards you two. And he will he'll go from there. All right. That is that. And that is the end of the round. So now all of a sudden the light, the sun fades, and you you come out of this blinding light, and you see that Hans and his coterie are just gone. They have disappeared.
Well, all right then.
I guess we took care of that.
And the lawman will come up upon you. And the lawman. Oh, hey, I forgot to mute. Sorry. And this guy comes up. He goes, "Whoa, whoa! All right, look, we don't need to be shooting around here. Let's all just calm down. I'm Sheriff McKenzie. What's going on?"
Were you asking about the giant sun here?
Oh, that's just Hans.
Well, he just killed a man.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of how it works in these churches. The bigger churches take over the smaller ones.
He set a fella on fire.
Well, yeah, the sun. Kind of a thing here.
Well, it's nice meeting you. We'll be on our way now.
Okay. Yeah, just, let's not have any more shooting. This is a resort town, and it's in season. So we want to be, we want to take it easy here.
Oh, well, we'll take that into consideration.
I appreciate that. Yeah, he'll like start to head back towards City Hall.
Makes no sense. Nobody reacted to gunshots at all.
Except Mr. Sheriff man over there.
So we were the sheriff and do all the shit we want.
Who got I think you yeah, I'll give it to you because you would have noticed. So Hans had that burning torch, and I as you recall, in the torch there was like a gem of some sort that was like gleaming with the firelight. And John Yellowbird had some sort of, he was holding something.
They each have a
if I take my
focus
stone
or
and
something.
hold it out in the sun, does it react at all to the sunlight?
Doesn't seem to.
Huh.
I don't know if we want it to. Is there a reason that we want to get involved in this?
Well, then the next... I mean, we could have burnt him alive. So the ashes of the fellow, did he have any sort of gemstone? Is there anything in there?
He did. I mean, there's nothing in the ashes.
Okay.
But Jared looked.
Yeah. He goes, he just takes the butt of his shotgun and he just like sifts through a little.
Well, it seems like this town is crazy even beyond what Stillwater was dealing with. And if that's the case, let's do the job that we came here to do and get the fuck out of here.
I agree.
We go find Susan. She's over by the waterfall apparently, or whatever name she goes by now. And we get her, get her back to her pap and get out of here.
This
So-
place. Oof.
Yeah, if she doesn't light us on fire.
Well, should we get her dad?
I mean, her father
Yeah.
wasn't able to get her out before.
But maybe we can together. We can do it.
Well, let's make sure she's there.
Sure.
All right. So yeah, you you head to a clearing by the river, and you can't miss. There is sitting under sitting by the water are a group of 7 people in flowing white robes, and they're sitting, and at the you can't miss what you assume it's Susan Peterson. There is a woman with an ornate headdress, this like crown on her head. Oh, there, that is. There you go. Darn it.
Stop it.
I got to stop hitting the mute button. So that she has this like gold crown on her head, and she has something in her hand as she and she has something in her. I got to get rid of my keyboard. Sorry about that.
When we come upon her, does she have that look in her eyes?
There is definitely there is definitely a blaze in her eyes.
Can you show
well,
us
actually, let me rephrase. She currently has no look in her eyes because she and her 6 followers all have their eyes closed, holding hands in a circle.
Okay, at least she's not looking angry at us like that.
Yet.
Not yet.
We'll get there. I believe in us.
Give it time. Everyone looks at us that way eventually.
So yeah, you see her there, sitting there with 6 followers.
Do we know?
Who's going
Did
first?
she match the picture?
Yes, that is clearly Susan.
Well, okay. Then do we want to go get her paw now?
Yeah, we know she is.
Mission accomplished.
Yep. Job well done, everyone. Let's go home.
Speaking of a job well done, the Muffin Mage with 500 bits. Because if guns are taken off the table, dynamite is the only solution.
Oh, I'm sure you can find a dynamite purveyor in this town.
Guns are not off the table. That is just one stupid sheriff.
Can we, is this an in-game currency for dynamite?
I mean, dynamite is surprisingly cheap. Do they have
My
a
God.
general store?
What
I
would
gotta
that
tell
do?
you. A dynamite costs the same as a harmonica, and they both are amazing tools.
Weapons of mass destruction.
They make noise, yes.
When things can set you on fire, though, I actually, I'm not excited to get dynamite and have it on my person.
Or, things that sweat nitroglycerin in high heat.
Yeah.
So yeah, you head back to the hotel, and you go to his room, and Mr. Peterson will say, yeah, what is it?
We found your daughter. So we found Susan. We know where she is. So we get you, we get Susan, and we're out.
Does she have a stone?
Probably.
She seemed to be meditating real hard with a bunch of people over by the waterfall.
See. Well, all right. Well, collect her, and then you can be going.
I beg your pardon.
Collect her, and you can be going.
Are you not leaving as well?
Oh no, I'm gonna stay here and see about some investments. Nobody needs to make a psychology roll. This guy he's clearly lying.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But if you want your daughter, come with us and you can help us bring her.
Oh, she didn't listen to me the first time.
No, but for all of us
Listen
together.
to us.
Yeah.
You have guns.
So what?
So what?
Around.
We're kidnapping someone.
Yes, guns are instrumental in kidnapping quite often.
Well, they told us not to have guns. There's a lawman here.
And we're not kidnapping anyone.
Yeah, also, there is, with gunplay, a potential for her to not live.
Well, don't shoot her.
I'm just saying, when you said you have guns, what are they there for?
Yeah, guns are for shooting.
Guns are for threatening.
No, they aren't.
Yeah.
No, guns are very much for shooting.
Well, all right. Well, then just tell her that. All right, fine. I'll go with you. And he will lock his room, and he'll walk with you back out to by the lake. And when you guys are about 100 feet away, he goes, Susan, come back. It's time to go back. She won't listen to me. You try.
I'm gonna
What?
I'm going to very gently put a hand on his back and just keep propelling him forward while I keep walking. Come
What
on.
am I paying you for?
You're paying us for protection and to help you get her out. But we ain't doing this by ourselves. She don't know us. Come on.
I paid Pinkerton to bring my daughter back.
And then you insisted on coming along. And since you insisted on coming along, you get to come along. Push.
Do you not understand how hiring works? I hire you. You are minions.
Apparently.
You do what I tell you.
Apparently, you don't understand how hiring works, because hiring us would be just sending us out and letting us do what we do. You insisted on coming along, sir. Demanded to, in fact.
Well,
come
I
on.
mean, who wouldn't want to be in this wonderful place?
Apparently, Susan wants to stay here, and you disagree with that notion. So if that's the case, you get
Well,
to.
she needs to go back to Reno to manage the saloon.
Well, then you tell her that.
Can't have your cake and eat it too, buddy.
I did. It didn't work. That's why I hired you.
I didn't. We're not kidnappers.
No, you're muscle. I didn't hire you for your stunning good looks or
What?
your turn of phrase. I hired you to take my daughter back. Now go be thugs and get my daughter.
I still have my hand on his back, and I'm going to use said muscle to push him along and be like,
Yeah.
you want
Yeah,
muscle?
he's like trying not to go, but he's not resisting very well.
So I pull my gun and go, remember when you said this was to threaten people?
Yes.
Well, and then I just like, I don't point it at him, but I put it in his face.
Nice.
Well, exactly. Now go do that to her, you ignoramus.
Oh my God, you really are that stupid, aren't you? Abe's threatening you.
Why are you threatening the person who's paying you?
That's a good question, but you know.
Because I don't believe that you're her father.
And
You
you are not.
believe I'm her father?
No.
That's ridiculous.
I know, but prove it. Prove I'm wrong.
Susan!
That ain't gonna do it.
So you've pushed him now much closer. And she will look up as he's yelling, and she will say, "Father, I told you to leave us." And he'll immediately go, "She said father."
Okay, I concede. You're her father.
Now go grab her and do whatever it is people that look like you do, and put her in a wagon and take her back to Reno.
That's not what people like us do.
The agency was very clear
That kidnapping was part of our responsibilities.
We can
that you were willing to
escort
do what needed to be done.
within the law.
I think you may have deliberately misinterpreted what they were saying.
I have long been a believer in the golden rule. Whoever has the gold rules.
So you paid the Pinkertons, not us directly, and now, but you want us to do this thing for you directly. I think we need to ask our bosses. What do you think?
I think we should just leave.
Well, I'm very dissatisfied with the service that this agency is providing. I'll tell you that right now.
Write a Yelp review.
I don't know what that is. Susan, just look. The bar needs you. You will go. You can't talk to kids. That's what I'm saying.
She ain't a kid.
I mean,
She's an adult in her own right, and if she don't want to go back, why should she?
Why won't you get any closer than this door? I mean, you were extremely reluctant to get close to her. I mean, she is your daughter. What's the harm in standing next to her?
well, it's just She's got a temper.
And
And
what
so
happens when that tamper goes off? Because
Flavor, so to speak.
we just watched a man get burnt alive. Is that what you're afraid of?
Burnt alive? He does seem genuinely surprised by that.
Oh, good. Yeah. This sun nonsense seems to have a bit of a dark side.
Burnt alive. Did they use a stone?
You seem very interested in this stone.
I hold up my stone.
May I see
Right.
that?
I'll hand it to him.
He'll hand it back to you.
I want to
Yeah.
roll psychology.
Do you
All
have a
right,
stone?
make a psychology roll.
I'm not gonna make it, but that was like this is a fake.
yeah, that's what I got out of it.
Yeah, that was.
All
I
right.
have my suspicions. We'll just leave
Yeah,
it.
you definitely have suspicions that he did not spend very long examining that stone.
You seem very interested in stones. Are you a stone worker?
I told you I'm a financier.
Gems, looking for gems to finance. If you stay here, you're just going to die because only one of these gods is going to survive this mess.
And that's why I want to get my daughter out of here. Among the
Wait,
many
okay.
reasons.
But why are you staying?
Well, I'm not going to stay for long,
Do you think you have a choice?
but it's in season.
Okay, I'm going to get this 500 bits from the Muffin Mage. I'm going to punch this guy.
Yeah, all right. You punch him. You have an advantage die on this. Let's see what.
You better hit him. You
No.
better hit him hard.
That's for those of you watching along. The Muffin Mage gave us 500 bits to the players to punch the father. So,
Cool.
I might not
You know what?
actually
And
punch
then
him.
I'm gonna.
No, push.
That
If you have
was a
advantage,
nick.
push the roll.
All right, yeah.
That was Nick
Yeah,
at
we can't.
75.
We
So
can't
that is
inspire,
a
right?
whiff. That is a
You can inspire that. Yeah.
You can. So
It's
I'm
not a
gonna
fumble.
spin the muffin. Can we
Wait,
inspire that?
Yeah.
Was that rolled at advantage?
Yeah.
yes.
Push
75 on both.
Push the roll. Push the
Oh,
roll.
push.
Go on.
This is a first for me. I think that I want to fail.
Okay.
The roll. Wait.
So you don't want to use the.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to try and punch him. Maybe Ezra gets the bits because I'm
All right.
didn't
So,
actually punch him.
so you punch him. You sucker punch him. He's not expecting it. And he goes down like a ton of bricks.
I didn't even touch him. I totally missed him. I didn't even touch him.
And he's like lying on the ground, holding his jaw, going like, ah! You did not hit him that hard.
Nicely done, Elias.
You brought us here, Mr. whatever your name is.
Peterson.
What is going on? What is really going on here?
I brought you here to take my daughter back to Reno.
Why did you say it was in season?
Because it's in season.
It's in season.
Literally everybody has been saying that. Is that some kind of cult thing going on around here?
No, it's in season.
It's not. It's winter.
It's spring.
Not here. Well, here it is.
No, out there it is, but groundhog saw its shadow or something.
It's
Why
been.
are you arguing, Jared?
Let me
He's
see.
right.
Make a. Let's call it a credit rating roll. Everybody make a credit rating roll.
Yikes.
This should be Abe's.
Why would you do
Oh,
that?
gee. Oh, 99.
I got. Wow,
All right.
I got an ultimate success or whatever.
Oh my
So,
god, I'm a poor person.
60 on the nose. I got it exactly on.
If you make it, you know that in season is resort talk for seasonal resorts. In season is when the resort is open and there are tons of people there. Out of season, it's empty and nobody's there. So all these references to in season, this resort should not be open right now.
Right.
And so, so Abe, you are convinced now that this is one of those, like, this is a resort. This is, this place is a find. You have found like a great, unknown gem of a resort that is, this is a snowbird paradise.
Yep. Outside of the murder, it's a fantastic. It's who could not complain about a beautiful day like today?
It's, it's like that every day. But just look, would you just get my daughter and I'll go back with you. It's fine.
And then what? She's gonna come back here.
I think, we can make her stay in Reno, and she can.
I am not staying and babysitting your daughter for the rest of our natural lives.
Oh, no. Look, I just hired you to bring her back to Reno. Once then, it's my responsibility.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to Susan.
All right. She ignores you.
Hey, Susan, your dad wants to have you go back to Reno and run the tavern.
You will leave us.
Okay. Well, we tried.
Jonesy's going to walk over too, because she says, your father, he has very strong feelings about this. Did you want to talk to him and tell him no, and then we don't have to do anything? Tell him no. Tell him you will not go back with him.
You will leave us. The other 6 people don't say boo. They're head down, eyes closed.
I'm gonna regret asking this. Is there a stone visible anywhere on her?
Sure. Oh, on her?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
But she is, they are clasping hands, so maybe it's in her hand.
Jared's got to know, and he's going to hold out the stone. I know she's not looking up, but down underneath her is if you don't mind, is this one of the stones y'all are using?
When you say that, she looks up. She keeps her hands held. Show me.
Yeah, I had it down. Palm out underneath where she was looking, so she'd see it if she just opened her eyes. But yeah, it's
out. Give it to me. And she takes her left hand, breaking whatever circuit she was. And as soon as she takes her hand out, you see the 6 people kind of go like jolt to a little.
Yeah, my hand's out. I'm still holding it out to her.
She does not move to take it. She's waiting for you to give it to her.
Does it have to be given?
An offering is always accepted.
Well, I'll hand it to her.
All right. She closes her hand, and you see bright light through like the seams in her fingers. And she opens her hand, and there's sand that like runs through her fingers.
Take it that's not one of the stones.
No. Amaterasu has judged your offering. And she like drops the sand, and then she takes the guy's hand again, and they jolt and they go back to their reverie.
Where might I find one of those stones?
And she lets go of the guy's hand again. The stones are with the high priests of the faiths. Are you interested in learning more about Amaterasu?
Right now, I'm just interested in the stones, if you don't mind. Someone used one to burn a fellow to a crisp.
A crude use of the power.
Well, if there's a way to protect against it, I'd like to find it.
She offers her hand. Join the true faith.
Not shopping for a religion right now. Thank you kindly.
Faith is the only shield.
It didn't seem to help that fellow that Hans burnt. He was someone who followed a faith, and he got burnt anyway.
He was a shepherd without a flock.
Regardless, he still had faith.
He had faith. No one else had faith in him.
So is that how you get power? The shielding that you are able to convince people to follow you?
I am able to protect my flock. I will protect you if you join my flock. Amaterasu is a noble and generous deity.
You've talked to them?
I am a conduit. Her hand has remained out this whole time.
Oh yeah, back away.
If the hand is out, I'm gonna bull rush and tackle her followers that are not connected to her.
All right. Yeah. So you just like take a flying leap and you take out two of the people.
Just like sideways, like a wrestler.
Yeah. Make me a let's call it a dex roll.
I'm for sure going to support whatever happens. Oh, it's a 91. I say re-roll because it can either get better or it could get worse. And it got worse.
99.
All right. Okay.
An Emma.
Best used of bits today. As Thomas sails through the air like this.
All right. So Elias gets a running start and just flies sideways into three of the guys, and like starts rolling. And as he rolls, his hand goes right into her hand. On her left hand, the one that was out. And in your head immediately is it's like an instantaneous flash of all this information about the Japanese sun, the Shinto sun deity Amaterasu. And you learn all this stuff about the faith. Let's see, you learn about the studded crown that is vital to that Amaterasu wears. You learn that Amaterasu is responsible for the sun rising every day, and you also you learn that there are, let's see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 other sun deities, and you are convinced that Amaterasu is the prime among them. So that's what you see. Everybody else sees Elias like flop over these guys and end up with his hand in Susan's, and he starts like acting like he's being shocked. He's just like and Susan like looks briefly at him and then looks at all of you and says, I have no time for unbelievers. And she takes her right hand and she opens it. And in her right hand is a bright yellow stone. You will leave us. And all of a sudden, all of your vision is overtaken by sunlight. You come to, I guess is the best phrase for it. And you are lying in this meadow. And on the ground are like sort of after image shadows that were burnt into the grass around you, like your shadows were just flash burnt into the sand and to the grass. And Susan and her followers are nowhere to be seen, and the sun is going down. It is 5 hours later, maybe 5 or 6 hours. You know, a natural world roll might tell you sort of more about that. But Elias, make me a sand roll.
I switch dice.
Nah.
Nah.
Oh,
These can only get better. No.
hey, we get those bits for the conditional.
That's right. We also got another 500 bits from Duke Fleeg to celebrate that epic fail.
Nice. All right, so I have bad news and I have worse news. The bad news is you're going to lose 3 sanity.
Okay.
The worst news is you're going to gain 3 points of mythos.
It's not on my sheet, so I'll just
Pretend it didn't happen.
Cthulhu mythos. It's under C.
All right.
And you are, you're also going to gain 5 points of occult from your new knowledge about Japanese mysticism.
Ooh, that's double. Double base of 5.
So yeah, that is it is now basically dinner time, and you are lying in this meadow alone.
Oh, the father is with us still?
The father is not there.
Oh,
Oh, good.
I think we get out of here.
we're done.
Just-
We did our best.
He bought us a wagon, and we're out.
He didn't really buy us the wagon. We put as much into it as he did.
That's right. That's right. It's a,
I'll let,
Oh,
we can leave him the tent. That'll be his part of it.
No.
And what do we report back to HQ?
Said he wanted us to kidnap someone, and that we politely declined.
And then if they're all right with us kidnapping people, I'm putting in my resignation immediately, because fuck approximately all of that.
mm.
I mean, there's a difference between hauling someone out of a bar, Abe, and hog tying someone and hauling them back to a city.
When they say they do not want to go, yeah.
to play devil's advocate.
No.
I love it when white men do that.
What's the devil gotta say?
This is a terrible place, and if we don't help these people, bad things will happen to them.
Right, but how exactly do we go about helping people? Do we try to collect all those stones? Like some kind of manic rock collector?
We're a Pokemon champion.
I was going to Thanos, but
Yes.
Or do we just stop the flaming sun god guy and hope that, should we just talk to the sheriff or the deputy or Mr.
No.
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 I mean-
He's an idiot. He thinks I'm not going to shoot this again.
You can reload it right now.
I reloaded it.
Okay.
Just assume, of course, like while he was telling us, no more, like he's reloading it then and there. Like, oh, yeah, no more shooting. I hear you. Click.
do you think that they have less power at night?
When they're sleeping, yeah, that's when you get them.
Well, I mean that is a rather fair point. If they get their power from the sun and the sun ain't up anymore, that
I don't know if they get power from sun or they have it in the stone.
I mean, maybe it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Mhm.
Maybe the stone gets powered up from being in the sun.
In that case, we want to get them early morning before the sun rises.
And
I wake up to
when
go
we
feed
say get them, what do we mean?
That is an excellent question.
Pat's his rifle, his shotgun.
I mean, I'm not opposed to dealing with that Hans fella. I cannot imagine how many other people he's gone about killing.
How many others are there who have these stones and who have faith keepers?
Well, if the rest of them are content to stand in circles with their heads down,
Let them do whatever they want.
Mhm.
From what I saw of Amaratu, she gets her power from a crown, so maybe we can look for something like that next time. And B, there were 8 other sun gods, which means there are potentially 9 different religions, all about to be vying for power. When do you think this started? Is this like 2 weeks? Has this been going on for 4 weeks? Do we want to get involved? Why am I doing this?
no, we don't. No, just Hans. We just got to kill Hans.
Do we?
That would be something worth asking the sheriff if this has been going on for a long time. He seemed awfully blasé about the idea of Hans setting someone on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared 2 or 3 couldn't. He he wouldn't. Hippie Jared, as Abe would say. He didn't. He wouldn't tell me how long it's been going on. Either he was in the moment and didn't know, or just refused to say.
I don't think he knows.
Yeah.
And maybe he just doesn't care. I mean, he's getting everything he needs. Seems like.
Can't believe I thought it was the cheese. We should get sandwiches.
So it is now, heading towards evening.
Do we know?
Did we
which-
miss dinner?
Yeah.
So
Fine,
there's the
fine.
restaurant.
Yeah, we heard the restaurant closes at like 6 or 7.
Yeah. You might have time to get there. It's also possible that the hotel might have something, although it seemed like they were more interested in worshiping than they were in sun worshiping than anything else. You have a room at the hotel, I believe, and you have the Shaggin' Wagon.
We have
Watching a part of your soul die every time you say that is worth the price of admission.
well, let's hurry and get to the restaurant and at least get some good food.
Well, at least food.
All right, you get to the restaurant and they're not acting like they're closing, but it is clearly, it says we close at 5, but they are still open. There's nobody in the place, but when you come in, they like seat you right away and they're like, "What can I get you?"
A menu?
Of course. And so they will bring you, it's hearty fare.
Stew, things like that.
More
Oh,
like,
Sun-dried
steak
tomato.
and
Oh.
potatoes.
Okay. That sounds
Let's see. This is what's the name of the restaurant? It is the Bell and Whistle Cafe. And there's folks, let me take a look. I mean, you take your time. We close at 5. Don't worry about it.
All right, Will, thank you.
It is after 5. It's 6:30.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, they're gonna serve us. I'm not gonna cry.
They can
You're all
potato.
around.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
In fact,
All right.
2 right away.
He'll bring bottles of beer, and you have a lovely meal. And by the time you're done, it's dark out.
Do they seem to be closing?
No,
Do they
Oh.
act any different now that it's dark out?
no, Bob. So it's only Bob Crenshaw in here, and he sort of just hangs around, and like nobody else comes in the restaurant. And so when he has nothing to do with you, he's back cooking, bringing all the food out. It seems to be a one man show.
Well, when he stops by, Bob, do you happen to know where the Suna crew crashes for the night?
The Suna crew.
Uh-huh.
You mean Hans? Well, I mean, gosh, I think Hans has one of the cabins out by the church there.
Okay, like a longhouse, I'm guessing.
No, I think it's one of the what are they called? The Rainbow Suites, I think they're called. The Sunshine Cottages, that's what they're called.
They are.
Those all. Oh, I see. Okay, not too far from where we were at with the beach. No, the beach was over. Okay. Well, thank you.
Sure. Hey, can I get you guys anything else? You want some pie?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. Some lemon meringue pie hits the table.
It's the best.
Oof. That sounds amazing.
And the food is all very good. And he's like, tell your friends, thanks for coming in for lunch. We close at 5.
Yeah, sorry about the late evening. We got sidetracked a little bit.
Oh, we're still open for a while yet.
I elbow Abe under the table.
What? What do you want?
Well, thank you very much. It was an excellent meal.
Yeah, sure. You folks staying at the hotel?
Yes, I am.
At the resort?
We're camping out. We got ourselves a wagon.
Oh man, you should stay at the resort. Is lovely. And it's in season, so you can't beat it.
Full.
Actually, that's a good question. About how long has it been in season?
Oh, I mean, just the season, regular old season.
2
I mean,
weeks.
what's today? Wednesday? Yeah, no, it's we're about mid-season.
I tell him the date.
Oh wow, huh? And he'll say back like, Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday? Is the
No,
important?
it is not. It is not Wednesday.
Okay. And you're open until 5?
We'll be here.
Does he leave a bill or anything, or do we just get to leave?
No, he does leave a bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's but the whole meal is like $2.50. It is very very affordable.
Elias looks at Abe.
All right, fine. I pay the bill because Elias won't stop kicking me.
Wait, is that
All right.
$2.50 for
I'll
each
pay
of
it if
us,
you-
or is?
No, $2.50 total.
So we'll just live here now.
Except that they're in a time warp.
Yeah.
That's such a thing where you lose time because apparently today is Wednesday. I don't want to ask Bob what day yesterday was, but I suspect it's Wednesday.
Well, and he also thinks that it's around lunchtime and it's dark outside. There's something weird going on with if not actual time, then definitely their perception of it.
Or Bob's an automaton, or however you say those things.
What?
What?
The thing you saw at the World's Fair.
I
you
did.
know, the robot that does this. You like pull levers and it moves its arms. Haven't you seen an automaton before?
I did not. I did not go to any World Fair.
God, I'm just making shit up. I don't even know if that's right.
Nope. The word robot
Not
didn't
even
show up
close, because I
until
feel like the World Fair was like,
1919.
yeah,
And 1906 was the big one, right? In Chicago. Or is that the fire?
that's the
Oh,
earthquake,
yeah.
dumbass.
There was a World Fair in 18 something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a large World Fair in Chicago, but it was 1919 when a Czech writer first used the word robot. RUR, Rossum's
Yes.
Universal Robot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So close, but not.
So what
Who knows
do you
what
think
Abe's
our-
talking about?
What do you think our plan is here?
Not to get stuck in this town and to turn into whatever they are. They might not. I like lower my voice. I'm like, they might not be humans. Jared.
I don't think Hans. You take that back. I don't think Hans sleeps with that torch. So if we can figure out where he puts that nabbit.
Well, I guess that depends on whether or not the this time warp thing is happening to everyone. If he thinks that it's broad daylight and around noon o'clock,
Time warp. It's not a time warp. It's dark out. He's just daft.
yeah, because the easy explanation is ever the right one around here.
We could see if the other Jared's still on the beach.
Yeah, I think that's a good call, Jonesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's a new plan. We get the other Jared to steal Susan's stone, and then we steal Susan, and then we all go home. And it rhymed. Look at that.
I'm just gonna throw this out there.
It's crazy time. Let's do it.
Mr. Peterson has already referenced this being in season. Perhaps if we just leave him be, he will think everything is fine in Brighton and won't give a care, and we can just out.
I think there's a fine line between staying here long enough for him to think everything's fine in Brighton and staying here long enough for us to start thinking everything's fine in Brighton.
What happens if we sign him up for a cult?
Ooh, I like it. Get packages delivered in his name. I mean, this is.
Or just pick him up and sit him in one of them circles. Have him
That's what I'm
hold
saying.
someone.
Yeah, put him in a cult. They grab his hand. He goes on a magic buffalo ride. We leave town. Done and done.
Right. So who do we send him with for a magic buffalo ride?
Yellow, what's his name again? I was Yellow Bird. I was about to call him Yellowtail. I'm like, nope, he's not a wine.
And then we go to Reno and we see about his
His bar.
His bar,
we'll
his
take over
saloon.
bar. Yeah.
Best idea ever.
That was perfect timing.
perfect.
Well timed, kiddo.
What about? Can we get? Do we need to wait here long
Bob
enough?
will come up and he'll say, "Hey, folks, it's about to be the lunch rush. I'm going to need this table, but if you want to continue your discussion, the bar at the hotel and spa would be perfect for that."
Yeah.
I think another drink is the best idea ever. Thanks, Bob.
Okay.
Let's go for a walk, shall we?
Mhm.
Let's go for a walk. Yeah.
I think we should go. Yeah. Should go walk around. Maybe stroll to the beach.
All right.
But
yeah.
But try and do it in a way that Jared doesn't realize it until.
Yeah.
So Jared knows where the beach is, and he knows where the those cabins are.
Once it's clear to go to the beach, Jared's like, "God damn it."
I mean, he might break off and go to the cabins. He's not terribly excited about the beach.
It's true.
No, we should. I agree. I see what you're doing here. I think we should go see if yellow bird and the rest of them are still hanging around the beach, or if they are, like, then we go to the cabins and see what's going on there.
Yeah.
All right.
Jonesy, you want to go talk to Jared on the beach? So he recognized me. That Jared recognized me.
Hmm.
And I turned to this Jared and go, Jared, when you and I met,
Sus of me. You did this last time.
well, I mean, how did we meet?
Are you in the time warp now?
I'm just trying
You
to
asked
figure
me
this
this.
out.
You asked me this earlier today. Remember the I was making the stew. You were investigating the rocks in the area. I was using the rocks in the stew to make it boil. You told me it was poisonous. Had to throw out the stew.
That's what that Jared said. How we met.
Nick rewinding. I don't think he did. Did he?
Yeah.
I think. Oh, did he?
Yeah, he knew how you met each other.
But that's how that Jared said. That's how we met each other. That's where I was like, oh my God, are they sharing a consciousness?
God, I
No.
hope not. Oh, that guy's burnt out.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's got a lot of consciousness to share, really.
Okay. Anyway, this is just. I mean, this is just a side quest that I think that I would like some answers on. Jared, you're kind of freaking me out now too. Everything's freaking me out. You know, I punched a guy today. Well, kind of, not really. I like really kind of. I think I missed him actually.
Do you have a stone?
No.
You could throw punches without moving.
He's part of time warp. You thought you missed him, but he was right there.
Or he was fibbing and trying to make it look like Elias had just beat the ever living daylights out of him.
I didn't think of that.
No, you're out of sync in time, and you punched a part of him that was in a different place in time, where he was, but wasn't there for you yet.
Makes sense.
See, Jared knows what I talk about.
Mm-hmm. Makes perfect sense.
You hit him so hard when he woke up, his clothes were in style.
That's what Susan did to us.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. You know what? I'm gonna can I get a beer to go? Is that a thing that happens around here?
Sure.
I'm gonna get a beer to go and just
All right, yeah.
be like,
Yeah, you head down to the beach.
Yeah.
And John Yellowtail and his folks are still sitting under there. There is definitely, he is a source of light. Like there is a glow coming from his hand. There are still people lying on the beach. It's still quite warm. It's lovely out. It doesn't look like anybody's left or is leaving.
Well, it's not 5 yet, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could talk to hippie, whatever that name was. What did you say? Hippie Jared?
Do you want me to come with you, Jonesy?
Yeah.
All right. I'll be real interested to see if this Jared recognizes me. Because this Jared did not when we met.
So you both come up and in front of you is a very naked Jared. And he's totally ignoring you. You stand there for about 20 seconds and he goes, "Hey, you're in my light. Trying to work on my tan."
It looks like the sun is going down for me, so.
Well, that's a real bummer. Sorry, man.
Do not mean to be in your light, but we heard you were here and I wanted to talk to you.
See, I hear you saying you don't mean to be in my light, and yet you are in my light.
Maybe I need to soak up some of your light to get out of my bummer mood.
Hey, look, man, whatever you have to do, sure, but could you do it? Could you just take 2 steps to the left?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'll just shrug and do the same.
You know, the base coat is super important because you go dark first and then progressively lighter.
That doesn't, I don't, how you get lighter if you're already dark?
That's where the coconut oil comes in.
Ah, you like coconut oil. So what?
You
what
gotta
else,
moisturize.
what else do you do here? I keep hearing about different people and stones and everything. What do you do here?
I'm working on my base coat.
How long you've been working?
Oh, what's today? Wednesday?
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
So has he opened his eyes at all?
No.
Jared, I had seen someone else who looks like you here. And do you recognize me at all?
And that guy is just, he needs to like relax.
Yeah. But do you recognize me at all? If you can look?
No, sorry.
Well, okay. I just wondered.
Should I?
Yeah, well, I heard you recognized my friend, so.
Yeah, I know Elias. Good guy. I know, and other me, less good guy.
And
Kind of uptight.
okay. So you know them, and you know that I was with them. All right, that's cool.
Like, what? So, like, you're going around with them?
Going around.
You're like-
Sorry, not perfect English, but I travel. Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay, sure. Yeah, man. Whatever.
Do you travel?
Why would I leave here?
Lots to see and lots of other things.
It's in season.
If it's out of season, do you travel?
Yeah, I mean, I came here when it was in season. Hey, if there's nothing else, like thinking is furrowing my brow, and that's going to cause some shadows that will really undermine.
Do you follow any of the paths that are
I
going on around this
I
place?
don't have time for that stuff.
And they all leave you alone?
One thing you'll learn about us Jareds is people don't really bother us that much.
Well, that is exactly the opposite of every Jared that I've met thus far, but sure.
Yeah.
Man, it's good. Being a Jared's a pretty good deal.
Have you met many other Jareds?
No.
Huh. How do you know then that, I mean, there's more of you and that it's a good thing to be a Jared?
I'm a Jared. I'm having a pretty good life. Kind of, that math checks out.
I like your logic, sir. All right, well, we'll leave you to your tannin.
Much obliged.
Have a good one.
I got to turn over. And he like turns over onto his stomach.
I just don't care. When you've been a marshal for a while, nudity stops bothering you. It's like, whatever. So people run out of a bar naked. Fine.
I thought you were just talking about Jared.
Eh,
Walking away from Jared, like, I just don't care.
No. She cares about Jared. She cares about her Jared, at least.
So you guys are on the beach, and you see the sheriff and it looks like his deputy are having a conversation on the steps of City Hall, which is right. You can see it, and it seems to be getting a little heated. The deputy who you had seen earlier was sitting on the steps with a bunch of followers. The deputy like ignores him, and the sheriff like, you can hear in your head the look at me when I'm talking to you, and he goes up and he puts his hand on the deputy's shoulder, and in a voice that echoes through the valley, the deputy, who he has the largest following that you've seen of people, he looks up at the guy and his eyes blaze with the light of the sun. And he looks up at the sheriff, and in a voice that echoes throughout the gallery, he says, "You will not touch me. You dare touch Ra." And like, as everybody hears that voice, you see people from around, like people are starting to like go towards this, what's going on. Like even John Yellowbird and his people like look up and they start to walk over there. And like the sheriff and the deputy are kind of in this tableau of like looking at each other, and Jared goes walking over. And so there's like this circle of most of the town is now starting to form around these two men.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I think we can see fine from here, right?
Actually, is it possible to, I'm not great at this, but kind of tail yellow bird?
Sure.
Can I tell where
he
his
is
stone
oblivious to your appearance.
Okay, where's the stone? Where's his stone? Can I
He
tell?
is holding it in his hand. He's not holding hands with the other people.
Do we see Hans anywhere?
Yeah, Hans and his crew have come around. They come around a corner, and they're like, Hans is watching with like this wolfish grin.
And what about Susan? Is she there with her stone?
You don't see Susan.
Oh, she must have gone back to Reno.
We should be so lucky.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So-
interesting.
At this point, the sheriff says something that you can't hear because you're kind of far away. And the deputy says, "Actually, I do belong here, and you do not." And he takes another step towards the sheriff, and he holds up his hand, and in his hand is a glowing stone. And he says in that same booming voice, "I am reborn. I am Ramses the Ninth, High Priest of Ra, and you are Cinder." And that same blinding light shoots out, and the sheriff dissolves, and there's a pile of ash, and the people around start cheering madly. And Ramses stands there with his arms out, and people start coming up to him and stripping him, and then they start rubbing the ashes of the sheriff all over him.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
At this point, about 24 people, including like Hans and his followers. Hans has thrown down his robe and his torch, and they have picked up the deputy and are carrying him towards the beach and the water. And he's
Can
just
I-
allowing himself to be carried.
Can I stealthily, as humanly, as ably
I'm
possible
not
to
stealthily.
get
Well,
to
hold on.
the
Let's do Abe and
torch?
then we'll do you, Jared.
I want to get to the torch.
All right.
I think we're doing the same thing.
All right.
Yeah. Whoever
So
can get
Jared,
there
what, and
first.
so Abe is going for that. Jared, what are you doing?
I'm going for the torch. I'm just not doing it stealthily.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, shit, if no one's looking, he's jogging over.
So Abe was closer because Abe went
Okay.
up there with
Yellow.
with Yellowbird. So
Unless Yellowbird
I'm
dropped
good.
his thing, but I'd rather have the torch than his stone. than
no, it
Yellow.
looks like Yellowbird and his crew are kind of hanging back.
Okay.
But what's clearly happened here is that, the Church of Ra has brought in some new believers. And you get there, and sure enough, you see sitting there by the torch is a glowing yellow stone.
I want to pick that torch up and put it under my coat.
The stone is not part of the torch.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to take a glove and scoop it up and put it in my pocket.
All right, you pick up the stone, and as you pick it up, we go to break. So
I was like, no.
I thought you were going to take a torch because that makes sense for you. Just I don't know, this torch will be easy to set everything on fire with.
so we have a giveaway. Don't forget. I'm going to vamp here until Thomas has everything set up.
Hold on.
We will be giving away a copy of Sunspots, the module. That's what the stones look like there. That's and it is not yet, but soon you will enter #chaos at the break. All right, #chaos to be entered to win a PDF of the module. We're playing Sunstones, and we will be back just as soon as 6 people can use 5 bathrooms.
And Thomas can cut to the right thing.
And I will announce the bits
Oh, all right.
when we return.
Oh, look at that cliffhanger. That is professionally done. Wow.
Here we go, and we're back. Hi, everyone. I got you, Nick.
Oh, we are back. Whoops.
Yeah.
I just saw the thing come on there. All right.
Lucy's like, oh God, no, we're
Yeah, I know.
back.
Lucy is very camera shy.
I said no paparazzi.
Welcome back, everybody. So hashtag chaos, last chance for that. And when we come back, I realized I was remiss in the announcements. We have a full and full
Robust?
week of entertainment for you at Robust. That is the word I was looking for. Thank you. Full and robust week of entertainment for you here at Quests and Chaos. So let's just run it down real quick. Monday, it's Dragon of Ice Spire Peak. Maybe it'll be Dragon someday. We don't know. And then Saturday, it's the double feature again. Rime of the Frost Maiden starts us off. And then we are here in the evening to close it out with the Great Dane Society. So you've got, we're bookending the week for you. The rest of the week will suck, but the start of it's going to be good and the end of it's going to be good. That we can promise you. So last chance, if you haven't, hashtag chaos to be entered to win a copy of the module we're playing. We're going to go ahead and get the winner going here.
And that is a PDF copy sent to you from Grad
PDF, that's right. And that can go anywhere, right? We could send that to Antarctica.
Moon.
Here we go.
All right, here comes the winner. The excitement is palpable.
Talonsorn.
All right, congratulations, Talonsorn. If you'll send your email to the Quests and Chaos, they'll get that all taken care of. And at the end of this episode, I'm going to tell you about a YouTube giveaway where I'm going to give away a copy of this module to somebody on YouTube. Since, we got to spread the love a little. And don't forget, we also have our Twitter giveaway. If we get to 1,600 Twitter followers, we are giving away. Did we get to 1,600? Is that?
We did not. I don't think we got any new Twitter followers. So there's that.
That just shows you the influence that I have, the power that I wield. If we get to 1,600 Twitter followers, make a Twitter.
When we get to
that's
Twitter
right.
followers.
We will give away a copy. Since, we all now have more Birds of Paradise dice coming our way, we're going to give some away. We're going to pass the winnings on to you, the viewer at home. All right, so another person has been immolated, and they are carrying the former deputy Marks, who is now Ramses the Ninth. He is being carried down by a crowd to the beach, and Abe has just picked up a sunstone. Abe, make me a POW roll.
Oh boy, which dice? Which Birds of Paradise should I use? The magpie, the
Good one.
owls. Ooh, what are these? What are the new ones that I asked what the names are that I keep forgetting?
Prickly pears.
Thank you. I'm sorry, the newer ones. Oh, son of a bitch. It's a 90. Do I want to inspire this, or do I just want to
inspire?
Rule this down?
Inspire.
All right, fine. I was fine to be a god. I've got the looks already. You might as well just give me the rest, people. Oh, 34. I actually made it. What do you know?
All right. So when you pick it up, your whole body feels that feeling of standing in warm sun. You are at peace with the universe, and you feel like connected to this web, and you feel like the ebb and flow of followers of these various sects. So you feel a lot of warmth coming from down where Ramses is. You feel some coming from where John Yellowbird is, that sort of thing. And you feel like you can use this stone to do various things. You just have to invest magic points in it.
I don't know what that is. Do I get the sense that other people. Wait a minute. So what did you say about John Yellowbird?
Less power and warmth from his side than from Ramsey's side. It seems like the larger the person's following, the more warmth they have.
Would I infer? I mean, here's what Abe is afraid of. A little internal dialogue here. They can find me.
It is entirely possible. You can definitely find them. So
is Jared coming towards me?
Yes.
Well, if I see Abe's picking it up, actually, do I? Because those stones give off a glow, right?
Yeah, you definitely see Abe pick it up, and as soon as Abe picks it up, he closes his hand around it.
But it's got. I put my glove around it, so I'm not touching it with my hand because I think
upon that, if I look around, are there any other stones that were discarded?
It doesn't look like it. No, it looks like I said, John Yellowbird kept his.
So I'm going to put it in the pocket and head back towards everybody as fast as I can.
You pocket. So you made the POW roll. So you put it in your pocket. There's a weird moment where you're like, I don't want to let go of this. I don't want to. And then, you are able to let go of the stone.
Okay. So I run towards Jared's the first person I run into, right?
Yep.
I got the stone. We got to get out of here.
All right.
I don't know why I have it. All I know is that I think it's a good idea.
Well, if you have it, he doesn't have it.
Exactly. And I'm not going to burn anybody alive yet. Just kidding. Just kidding. But maybe not.
What's Abe's track record? Abe's track record is pretty good, right?
I mean,
I can't separate Abe from Amy. It's difficult to, like, all the memories put together of all the things that have been set on fire, and it's like I can't
unforget them.
I mean, all of Amy's characters default eventually to Emma.
Whoever has it, but this one hasn't.
So are you gonna? The rest of you see this guy being carried down to the beach, and you're just gonna watch him go. Or are you
I'm gonna follow. I want to follow. I want to go.
All right, you're gonna go along.
I want to follow and see what happens.
Okay. They are baptizing him in the lake. They had coated him in the ashes, the smoldering ashes of the sheriff, and they take him down. They take Deputy Marks down to the shore of the river, and they baptize him, and he rises, and as he rises from the sun, from the water, there is like steam coming off the water. And he rises and he starts to baptize all of the people that are there.
Well, it looks like one of them won.
Over.
Hmm?
Game over. We've done everything we need to do here.
Well, maybe. I mean, I'm going to look around and see if Yellowbird is being baptized as well, and if we can spot Susan anywhere in here.
You don't see Susan anywhere. Yellowbird, like I said, he and his guys are still like they've backed away from City Hall, but they are kind of like he's talking with his 5 followers.
Okay.
They seem to be having a huddle.
I wonder where Susan is in the midst of all of this.
At this point, Yellowbird is actually going to approach alone Abe and say like, and he'll say, "You have a stone. You're not. You are there, but you're also on mute, Jared."
Oh no, I was just mouthing it.
Oh,
Didn't feel like committing to the whole bit.
Yeah, because I didn't want to interrupt if like I thought I was with Abe, but
No,
if
you're
you're
there,
saying
yeah.
I'm not with Abe enough, then
Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
You do.
And your point is?
You've seen the dangers of these stones.
Absolutely. I've seen lots of weird stuff since I've been in here.
If you give me the stone, I can stop Ramses.
It's not about stopping Ramses. It's about stopping all of it.
If we stop Ramses, we will stop all of it.
And what about you, Mr. Yellowbird? Are you able to give up your stone?
It is only by having more than one stone that I will be able to defeat Ramses.
So you're just in it for the power. It's not about stopping the insanity of people becoming immolated. It's not about letting Susan go home to her family. It's just about more power.
No, it is about peace. Wei is a god of peace. I do not burn. To my people, the sun is growth. The sun is abundance. The sun is peace. To people like Ramses, the sun is destruction.
I'm still struggling with this because from what I understand, the more followers, the more power. The more stones, the more power. Just because you want to stop one dictator doesn't mean that you're going to become the next. That didn't come out right. Just because you're stopping one dictator means that you will be the next one. And your type of dictation, nope, I didn't mean to say that either. Your type of dictatorship will be one of forced peace. It all has to stop, all of it. And with that, I just leave. Like, I am not having this conversation anymore. Where is Jonesy?
All right.
That's where I'm going.
All right. Yellowbird, Jared, as Abe leaves, Yellowbird will like just look at you, Jared, and say, "It has to stop."
Abe has a good point. You're just gonna force what you believe on everyone else. If you're not willing to give yours up, can't expect others to do the same.
I will give him my stone if he thinks he can defeat Ramses.
I'll trot over to Abe. Hold up.
Jared, we've got to go destroy this. Jonesy can break it with a hammer. Let's go.
He's willing to give you his stone if you think you can stop Ramses.
I'm not going to use the stones to do anything. I'm going to destroy the stones.
It seems like you could nip this all in the bud if you wanted to. If he's willing to give it up.
Abe studied politics in college. He knows what happens. There becomes a power void, Jared, and then there's nobody left. If I don't succeed, it's going to be in Yellowbird's hands.
No, it'll be in your hands. If he gives you the stone, then it's not in his hands anymore.
I mean, I know I'm already a god. You've seen this, right? But I don't need to like...
Last person who talked about being a god got hit with a shotgun and went flying off a train. So careful about that talk.
I'm sorry, an Adonis?
Well, if you want, you could give both the stones to Susanna. Her judgment's probably better than both of ours combined.
Possibly. All right, you make a good point.
So yeah, do you want to go? I'll go find Susanna. You go huddle.
Go get the stone from
Yellow bird.
Tail. Bird.
Bird tail. Yellow
Yeah.
bird tail.
It's got a yellow bird to it. Yep. Okay. I think it's either that or it's going to put a huge mark on my back, and now Ra's going to come after me. We must be quick
Well,
about
not if
this.
you pass-
We must be quick.
Not if you pass the buck. I'll go get the buck.
All right.
Okay.
You
A
go.
terrible person, Jared, but yet
I
somehow
know.
he
He's taking off.
So you come up to John Yellowbird, and he looks at you and he says, he delivered my offer.
I've reconsidered, and I do think that 2 stones is better than 1.
You will stop Ra.
Yep. And I hold up my other gloved hand, my other hand with my glove in it.
And he will take your hand while holding the stone in the other hand, and he says, let me show you.
I don't know what you
And did you hear that? That was
Yeah.
that was
Is that a
Clyde.
bird? Oh.
That's Clyde's I'm annoyed at Lucy sound. He grabs your hand, and all of a sudden you are floating somewhere looking at a sun. And as you are looking at it, the sun explodes. And John Yellowbird says, this is the beginning of everything. And in that explosion, there's some form that comes out of it. It's this sphere of light. And Yellowbird will say to you, that is Azathoth. Ra wishes to bring Azathoth to the earth. And it will lead to the destruction of everything.
Is there any way in this sequence that I can indicate that I understand?
Yeah, you see.
Okay.
I mean, you like will, you're not frozen or anything like that. You and he are having a conversation.
Okay.
I show you this only to make it clear how important this is. And to ask you once again, if you are prepared to pay the price, I will give you my stone. If you are not, please give me your stone and I will pay the price. Ramses must be stopped. And all of a sudden you are standing back on the boardwalk by the beach.
Okay. And I put the other stone in my pocket.
So you take the stone from him.
Yep.
He does not like, as you take it, he like deflates almost. And as you take it, like 2 of the guys who were kind of with him go running down to the beach.
Okay. All right. And so before I leave, I just turn to him and say, thank you. I understand this is a huge responsibility. And then turn around and start running for Susanna, like, Mom, help me.
Like, so when you run away, he's like, you don't know. And then you run off. Right? And Susanna, you see Abe running towards you.
Oh, did I not get to Susanna?
Sure, yeah, you can get to her first. Yeah. What do you want to tell her about what's about to happen?
Susanna, we need to take you to Sun Gods. We're going to shoot the power in you, and you're going to kill Ra. Oh, here comes Abe.
You want to try that one more time, but a little bit slower?
Is Abe behind me?
He's coming, but it's going to be a little bit.
He's got some stuff for you.
He's got some stuff. What in the hell have you 2 cooked up now?
Got some stones.
Stone, plural?
Look at the stones on this.
I wait for Abe's to trot up with
All
the.
right, Abe comes running up, out of breath.
Jared,
Not a lot of
okay.
cardio.
Yeah, I'm all brawn and no anything else.
You're not even the brawn.
Nope, barely. All right, Jared, I've got both stones. Now what do we do? Wait, why am I asking you? Susanna. So Jared had this idea and I thought it was a good idea at the time. And then long story short, I now have 2 stones and we want to give it to you so that you can fight Ra to end the madness. I mean, originally I wanted to give it to Jonesy and have Jonesy smash the stones so that they would go away. But then Yellowbird told me that you've got to defeat Ra with 2 stones to be more powerful than Ra because he's just going to like bring about the end of the world and some other stuff happened. I don't know. Can you do it? And I held out both stones.
So you have both stones in your hand. Make me a power roll.
That's not my best skill here. There's no.
While we are making rolls, though, the time to pay off the pre-break cliffhanger, the Baroness.
Oh yeah.
Thank you
Yes.
for joining us with 500 bits for the players and 1,000 bits for Ezra.
Oh,
My favorite Twitch user.
It is a big stack, and we've got a lot to get through, so we'll probably just trigger the boy.
So start screwing up. So with that being said, look at our stack and think about the fact that my POW is 40. What would we like to do? How are we feeling about this?
I think roll.
What's Jonesy's POW, I wonder? As Elias
40.
is kind of thinking.
Start passing the stones
Susanna's
around.
Not me. What about you?
Pow's a
So-
dump stat.
My
It kind of is.
It was. Oh, it's not bad.
So Susanna, am I
So
doing
did you
this?
make the roll? Did you?
yeah.
No, I didn't.
Do it.
You get
All right,
your thumbs
re-roll
up.
it.
I second.
Okay. Do I change dice? Do I change over to the?
Use these 99s that are right there.
Oh god. I'm like, oh, go to hell. All right, I'm gonna stick with the prickly pears because it went bad and then it went better. I'm gonna try it again. Oh, you know what? It's 42, but I'm gonna spend 2 luck and make it.
All right. You have a brief vision of the Hindu god of the sun, Surya, a many-armed being with the radiance of the sun behind it. And you very briefly have in your head like 4 more arms come out, each of them holding stones. And then all of a sudden that's gone and you're back and you're handing this and you have your hand open with the stones in them.
Abe's brain went someplace else with 4 hands and 4 ladies. Oh wait, now I'm back. Okay. So these are trouble. I mean, it wants you to do, I don't even know. I mean, I want to do things with it. But anyway, I'll stop there and won't fill you in.
Thank you.
But if you take them, apparently you can defeat Ra.
I don't know how.
I don't know either.
I have no idea how to use these things.
Well, they should go to someone that we have faith in, right? So not
Because
it.
if not, I would have 4 hands and have 4 prostitutes. So I think these stones are a bad idea for me. I might want to give them to you. Unless we think that destroying them right now is the best solution, and then somehow we scam the stones from Ra and
Yeah, no.
destroy all 7 stones, however many there are.
So you said that Yellowbird says that that Ra wants to bring about the end of the world.
That's what he showed me when he took. It sounds a little crazy, but he took my hand. I saw the sun exploding. Then he explained that this guy, as a thought, whatever, is somehow mixed up with this explosion, and that I don't know, maybe he shows up. I don't know. He's like Santa Claus or whatever, and he shows up and he wants to take over the world.
I mean, but if he blows up the sun, that we need that, right?
I think so.
Well, then that's enough. We can stop right there.
Okay.
You have the most legal training and such, Susanna. You have I believe in you.
Oh, goody. I get to start with 4 followers.
It's either that or what happens if we take these out of town? If we leave,
We don't stop Raw.
Raw needs
This
to be
is true.
stopped.
If these things are that powerful, then we might be taking the effect with us. And I don't know if I want to inflict that on anywhere else. All right. And just like shaking, like her hands are shaking a little bit, just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Great. And I'll reach out with both hands and take the stones from Abe.
All right, make me a POW roll.
Just 57 out of 60.
All right, you are holding these stones, and nothing seems to be you take them, you feel warm, but nothing you're not sure what's supposed to be happening, but nothing that you can perceive is happening.
Jonesy reaches out and grabs Susanna's arm and hand.
Yeah,
hand.
we're all supposed to link hands or something, right?
Yep. So I'm grabbing
Okay.
Susanna's hand.
yeah. So I do the same because we're supposed to. That's what I've seen.
So I'll grab hands.
All right.
We're a cult. We're a cult.
Somebody might need to let themselves attune to these stones.
Yeah.
That takes an hour. That's right.
But Abe got to pick it up and do it right away. So
all right. So you all join hands, and you are all you all lose 1 magic point. That's temporary. So just don't like put it in pin.
Forever.
Points you'll get back. And Susanna, make me a con roll.
Oh no.
Push the roll.
69 fail.
All right, so you all lose that magic point, and that's true. Sorry. Do you want to?
My con is 30. So
I mean, there's only 2. Like I said before, there's only 2 ways it can go.
yeah, do it.
all right, let's do it.
30. Why 30? Why not 40?
Because I lost it when the thing with the arm happened. I lost con because my characters keep doing this, and then I get a 97.
Oh yes.
There's only
All
2
right.
ways it can go.
I am a.
Okay, let's see here. I need to refer to my list of sun deities that I just found.
Woo!
I'm about to get immolated, y'all.
Here
Yep,
comes
I'm
the
putting that
sun.
down.
Ooh, no, I know exactly what it should be because we need to follow a trend here.
What?
I can't spell it right.
Oh yeah.
Not available.
Then what's the other word for it?
Mars.
No.
No.
All right, so
Yeah.
you all lose a magic point, and a
Yeah.
flare of light shoots up from Susanna. And Susanna, you are now convinced that you are the embodiment of the Persian god of war and the sun, Mithra.
Oh no.
And you are the your faith is unshakable, and Mithra is the one true god of the sun, and the pretenders must be driven before you. You're still Susanna,
Uh-huh.
but you are also Mithra.
How does this keep happening to me?
His name is Nick.
You both had the equal opportunity to just let Mr. Yellowbird have those stones. Peaceful Mr. Yellowbird.
All right. Well, then, that being the case, I'm going to shake my followers off of me and start striding down toward the beach.
All right, you are well aware now that you are part of that web of network that like Abe was feeling, and you are aware that Ramses is significantly more powerful. Well, not significantly more powerful, but there's like 20 people down there with him.
Mm-hmm. Are any of them looking in my direction after that flare of light?
Oh yeah, some people are interested. People are like, what's going on up there?
All right. Well, then, as I am striding down, I will call out, hoping that my voice is as booming as I heard Ramses.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Oh, by the way, everybody that is not named Mithra currently, make a sand roll as Susanna like becomes something else.
Do I physically
Oh
change?
yeah.
Oh, and Abe
Hard.
and Jared. All right, yeah, you already missed it. I was gonna say you probably take a Pinley die because of your role in all this, but
Too late.
We just do this slow turn towards each other, like, oh no.
If you made the roll, you lose 1 sanity. If you failed the roll, you lose 3 sanity.
Boy.
There is something about Susanna that is not Susanna anymore. On the plus side, you can now read by her. She is a nightlight.
Yay.
That didn't go as planned, Jared. Now what?
Are you sure?
Maybe
Maybe we should
she'll
talk to
sleep it
the
off.
other Jared.
No, he's an idiot. Like, more so.
Mithra, you were going to pronounce something.
Yes, I was going to declaim from the hill that I am striding down. Ramses, you stand as the embodiment of a pretender. Stand and deliver.
All right, so you all like and Susanna's voice booms like Ramses did before. It is heard throughout. Ramses has just dunked other Jared in the water and pulled him up, and he looks at you, and he looks at the more than a dozen people around him, and he says, faith is my shield, and my followers give me all the power I need. If I am the pretender, why then do so many follow me?
A lot of people like a sweet lie.
All right, make me a charm or a persuade roll.
Okay.
Elias takes off running.
Away from the beach?
Which way?
He's gonna go try and grab as many people as he can at the point of a gun. Starting with Mr. Peterson.
You find Yellowbird and his 4 guys.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm being like, join. It's the only way to defeat Ra.
Why did you create a new god?
Oops.
Oops. I gave you my stone.
I had nothing to do with that, but you said we need followers in order to defeat Ra.
You needed the 2 stones. You needed to not create another. All you've done is exactly what the small weird man was talking about. You're going to replace one problem with another one.
Small.
Definitely weird though.
I like how that's the offensive part here.
What's the best way to get stones away from people? Can it be done?
Violence.
What did he say?
Violence. She won't. A god only gives up stones willingly, as I did.
But what if we just defeat Ra? Then we can tackle the next problem.
Hold on. Did you make the roll, Susanna?
34, hard success.
All right. Okay. Make me a sanity roll.
Sure. Ooh, speed. 19 out of 52.
All right. Being a god is a bad business. You lose 2 sand.
Cool.
Be glad you didn't miss the roll.
I'm very glad I didn't miss the roll.
And yeah, you say that, and a couple people will be like, wait a minute. Yeah. And they start to like waver back and forth between you. And Ramses says, a honeyed tongue is of no use if burnt out of your mouth. And he holds his hand up, and one of the people who was wavering just disintegrates. Thus, the fate of any who would follow a pretender. Now, Mithra, why don't you do that to one of my followers? Prove your power.
Why would I destroy a perfectly good soldier to use in a war? Why would I throw perfectly good people into the cannons? Why? There's no point to that. They're much more useful alongside me.
And the one other guy is still, he like comes and he stands over with the rest of the Danes, and he's like, Mithra, right?
Ugh.
Poor
Pretty
Jared.
cool, huh? I'm just glad to see I'm glad to see another female deity out there. It's nice to see representation.
That's not what's on my mind, but
I think it's important. He sees that person go, and he smiles, and he will he starts to float in the air. And
is this the part where we lift up Susanna? So
Yeah.
And he's like, he is now about 10 feet in the air, glowing. You are also glowing. And he says, the pretender wants you to believe in compassion. But all that shows is a lack of power. I am power. I am Ramses. And he holds his hands up, and all of a sudden it is bright as day. And the sun is blazing in the sky, and it's about 5 degrees warmer.
Compassion? Never.
When you say compassion, never, the guy's like, so Mithra?
Needless waste, however, is wasteful. I have no truck with that. Don't hide behind your followers, some kind of power that is, hiding behind your people, using them as your shields, using them to take all of the blows for you.
I have brought day into night. I have brought the sun. I am Ramses. What have you done?
I'm gonna clench my hands around the stones and will myself to rise to meet him.
All right. You really wish someone had explained how to do this. All right. Make me a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Oh. Do I even have?
I don't think so.
Yes, I do.
There's a 1.
You got a
There's
puncher's
a
chance.
Push the roll. Push it.
I have 7 in Cthulhu Mythos, so more than I thought I did.
Push the roll.
Yeah, unfortunately, we all got a lot going on here. Wait.
Come on. Nope, 62.
All right.
Let's try one more time
Yeah,
because it can
yeah.
only go 2 ways.
You have a 7. I mean, there's a chance.
Oh, no.
Is that what we're going to call the episode? It can only go 2 ways. All right, sure. You know what?
Breathe.
Ought 1.
Oh, Jesus. I thought you were going to say 100. I was like, get out.
I'm really sure I wanted to make that.
All right. You lose 3 sanity and you begin to float in the air. And make me a sanity roll.
Mm-hmm. Boy, I'm glad I banked some. 36 out of 47.
All right. So you float up and then making actually, I want to take away that sanity loss because you made the roll. So you didn't lose the 3 sanity.
Okay.
You float up and then your sanity takes over and you go, Jesus Christ, I'm flying. And you plummet back to the ground.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And Ramses, like, the laugh echoes. And the guy goes, so Ramses, right? And he like starts to walk back down to the
He's
beach.
gonna set you on fire.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He'll get bored of you and he'll ignite you.
I mean, that's what they all do.
No. Mithra. What is it? I'm like Mithros.
You're like, you know the one I
Tar
like.
doesn't do that.
Mithra.
When Susanna fell, did she drop the stones and I can grab them?
No.
Oh, she's not dropping the stones.
Yeah.
So I say to the follower, you know what? No Christmas for you. You know who Mithra is? And then I actually did pay attention, as you had pointed out earlier, Ezra, to comparative religions, and that there is some suspicion that Mithra is actually Jesus Christ, or at least this is how Abe is explaining it to people who will listen. And that Mithra was, you know what I mean, was essentially co-opted by the Christians. And so really, if you think about it, Mithra is Jesus. So if you want Christmas,
No,
you should go
Jesus-
to Mithra.
Jesus is the guy with the church in front of the cabins.
I'm sorry, what?
The church group that came in a couple months ago, or yesterday, but that's Jesus.
Oh boy.
It's a sex cult. You want in on the sex cult?
Oh,
Go on.
Yes. Yes, Elias, continue. What's happening?
We have tents.
Tent.
You should join this group. I grab his hand and I grab
You have Susanna's hand.
Susanna's hand.
All right, Susanna is like getting up from the ground, and you run over and you grab her hand and this guy's hand, and both of you are just like, "Meh." And this is your second exposure.
Uh-oh.
So make me a power roll, Mr. Elias.
That's a dump stat.
Is this
No, I made it. I made it.
All right, yeah. You so you have a weird vision of this entire, you have a brief vision of this entire valley, just like a desert. The lake is dried up, and the sun is, it looks like you could reach up and touch it. It takes up almost the whole sky. And the other guy, let's make his roll. All right. The other guy is just like, whoa. Mithra can do that? Mithra, right?
Yeah, Mithra.
and he seems to be sticking around.
So how far away was Susan from us? I mean, is it someplace I could run and maybe try to get?
You have no idea where she is. She because when you woke up in the
That's
Glen,
right.
she
That's
was
right.
gone.
Right. Yeah, we have no idea where she is. Dang it. Okay, got it. Thank you.
And essentially Ramsey's laughter just like echoes around the valley, and he and his followers Ramsey says, I think it's time we had a come to Jesus moment, and he and his followers like start to head off towards the cabin.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go find Jesus.
Let's
We
run
have to
to
join
Edom.
forces with Jesus.
Yeah, we do.
We need unicorns.
Man, that would get us some
Rainbows.
weird SEO on the YouTube episode.
If you're watching this, get a vaccine. Okay.
What?
Yes.
What is Jesus?
So you will move much faster than this crew. Susanna, make me a sanity roll. Are you Susanna or are you Mithra?
That is an excellent question. 69. I'm apparently Mithra.
All right, you are the goddess of judgment and wrath and sun, and and your followers want to flee.
Do they want to flee, or are they chasing down to beat Ramses there? I'm misunderstanding what exactly they're wanting.
Strategic retreat is not a concept you understand.
Who's retreating?
More recruits. More recruits. More recruits.
All right, there you go. That's a pitch.
We're following the fight.
All right, yeah. Now, I mean, you understand. Mithra understands the way this game works. That like, the more followers subsume the fewer followers.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, oh well, but you're not Susanna, so it's fine.
Which I was Jared is about to ask. Susanna, are you in there?
The eyes are just like copper, like sun copper.
Blink if you're in there.
No blink.
Jared, come on, let's go. We got to go hold up Jesus. It's all your fault. Now I'm going to have to shoot Jesus.
All right.
Not anything I ever wanted to say.
So you guys run. Mithra sort of floats behind you. You run to the Sunshine Cottages, where again in the meadow between the cottages there are the pews set up, and a dozen people I think there were there. Let's see. How many people do they have? First Presbyterian Church. Yeah, about a dozen people. There's a pastor at the front of them, and they're all holding hands, and the hands link all the way down through the pews, and their heads are bowed. And as you all come up, the pastor will say, another pretender approaches, the one, the light, the way. And you four and this poor guy get there before Mithra does, and also before Ramses does.
Actually, am I just out of it?
No,
You came back once you had the vision. You came back.
Yeah. Elias, I need you to pull another flying tackle and get Jesus.
We need to join forces with them. And so I'm going. So
Do it.
as we're running up, I'm going to try and link our two groups together, however we can. I'm like, Abe, we got to link us all together.
Yeah, all the way to Mithra so that we have like a...
So they take over Mithra. And they just kind of on the down low say that to Abe. Because they have more followers, correct?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So I would like to link the chains.
Yeah, let's link Mithra to Jesus here.
All right. You step forward and So Jared is not involved in this.
Jared's seen what happens when angels happen in his mind. So he's just like plugging his nose, making sure they can't get in. That's how
We're
Right.
gonna make a super group.
Um,
We've got to make the super group.
It's gotta be
Elias,
guaranteed.
make me an intelligence roll.
Oh, you don't have to.
Oh.
It's the dumbest idea I've heard.
Oh my god. How could I miss? That is a 72 out of 70.
Well, you've got inspiration.
Yeah.
Have luck.
Or you could spend
let's
luck
inspire it. Let's inspire
Because
it.
it can
We're
only
gonna
go two
we're gonna
ways.
trigger
So
we're gonna
when
trigger
it-
the boy anyway.
when you have a 70, push the roll.
Ah, I made it.
All right. It hasn't gone well for the other subsumed deities.
The other subsumed deities didn't have 2 stones.
Yeah. Come on, Elias. Are we gonna join forces with and then bring Jesus and Mithra together, or
I mean, they're basically the same, I heard.
So,
Yeah.
so at the very last minute, I am about to do this, and I'm like, and I stop, and I just turn to Susanna and say, "You must drop the stones, or we will all perish." And then I do fake tongues or whatever. I start speaking in Spanish, burritos and donkeys. Sorry.
All right.
Donde
Susanna,
está el baño?
Our deepest apologies to our Spanish-speaking viewers.
Biblioteca.
Wait.
Unless they're from Spain. then
what
we
are the
don't
name of the
apologize.
green dice,
I'm
Thomas?
kidding. I'm
Seguro?
kidding.
yeah.
Burrow.
Susanna, make me a sanity roll. Let's see if Susanna or Mithra hears this.
One.
There you go.
Yes, I do.
So you hear him say, Suzanne, and like it's actually when he
Not
says your
Escalade.
name. When he says your name, that like cuts through things. And your eyes come back to being your eyes, and you hear him say, "You have to drop the stones." Nothing in your being wants to drop these stones.
Mm-hmm. And what do you intend on doing with them?
Not dying.
That does not fill me with confidence.
Not letting you die.
I'm gonna look down at my clenched hands. And do I remember what's happened? What's transpired previous to this moment?
Nope. You are standing in front of the Sunshine Cottages, holding 2 sunstones.
Mr. Yellowbird's the only one that can stop this.
I don't get a big head, but I do at least trust you. And I'll try to open my hands and let them drop.
All right, you if you are willingly giving them up, they will drop out of your hand.
Yeah.
And then, all right, let's make a sanity roll. All right. The pastor like lets go of his flock, and he starts to like run forward.
Towards these stones.
Oh,
Yeah, towards
I'm
the
gonna
stones.
punch Jesus. I want to punch Jesus.
All right.
Please let me do this.
Yeah, make a combat roll.
Just Jared's gonna stand with his hands over the stones to grab them before Jesus does, because Jesus wants to bring around the end of days, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
So,
No, we protect him.
and it's just a fighting brawl, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yep, I make it. It's just a regular one, but I punch Jesus, baby.
All right. I punched Jesus, baby.
Living out my wildest dreams here.
And while that is happening, Duke Lee with 500 bits to give us some more inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
And glad to hear you're feeling better, Duke Fleeg, after the surgery. That's
Yes.
you cold cock Jesus.
Yes,
And,
to punch
roll-
Jesus out.
roll damage.
What is fighting brawl? Like, what is
It's
that?
a D3 plus your damage bonus.
Okay,
roll
so
a D6.
I'm like, I need a 6
1,
here.
2, 3, 4,
And
5, 6,
unfortunately, I don't have so
1.
yeah, it's 1 point of damage
Alright.
to Jesus. Sorry.
So, but you definitely like you punch him, and he stops going at like there's a second where he like his head shakes and he looks at you and he goes, "Ow."
Yeah, I punch Jesus.
I'm a pastor.
Is Yellowbird anywhere nearby?
No, Yellowbird is still down by City Hall.
All right, we're gonna have to pick them up and take it back to him.
Oh.
I've got gloves.
Gloves didn't seem to help.
It doesn't matter. The gloves, like,
And
do we put them in a sack?
Do I have to look up another sun god?
anyone got a shovel?
I mean, is it any worse to pick up 2 than 1? I mean, you had 2. Abe, you do it again.
How about this? I punch anybody who comes near the stones, and you go get Yellowbird here.
You don't think Yellowbird will get here before Ramses?
I got a puncher's chance at Pal.
I could,
Does
yeah,
anybody have a bag? Can we just put them in a bag and drag them behind us?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we have a new sun god coming.
If Ramses gets here before and gets them, it's going to be way worse.
Yeah, we can't let him get it. I will put him in a bag.
All right, you pick him up, make a power roll.
Here we go.
Specs 223. Thank you for the 500 bits. But that is to knock Jesus out.
I'm sorry.
I did not make it, but I only got a 67. I have a 40 POW.
All right,
You have a
exciting
40
news for
to
you.
pick them up. Oh,
All right, you
I
can.
have a 40 pound.
Let's
inspire.
Let's inspire. I do have a 50 POW for the future.
I have a 50 POW as well.
If you guys want to push me out of the way,
Nope, you.
All right.
If you're inspiring, you're rolling again.
okay, I'm rolling again.
This is like hot potato.
No, I didn't make it. I got a 49. I could
All right.
luck it, but that's
All
a
right.
lot.
Standing
Yeah, that would
before you,
We get luck back.
Jonesy.
The time being blocked.
Jonesy's eyes go black. Jonesy, you are now Bila, the Aboriginal cannibal sun goddess of
Oh,
the
boy.
Anya Mathanana. You are a you teach your followers to cook the meat of their enemies and eat it.
Sausage
Have a
factory.
Feast.
The pastor, like rubbing his jaw, he looks around and he's like, "You will have no god but me. No, do not worship false idols." And he heads back towards his pew and reconnects with his people.
And he has a stone, right?
He does have a stone.
Okay.
It's feast time. We'll go out and eat all the people who follow Ramses.
Jonesy,
What?
give me those stones. Ramsey's going to kill you. Ramsey's going to kill you and take the stones. You're
You
going
don't
to
have
die.
the stones to take my stones.
You won't be able to eat anybody if Ramses kills you.
And takes
Then-
your stones.
We could go to the yellow bird guy. Birds. I could eat birds.
No, you stay away from birds.
Oh,
I'm gonna start running toward the yellow bird guy
All
because
right,
that's
you
the
take
last
off
thing
towards-
we talked about, right?
Yeah, you take off towards town hall. Jonesy takes off. The guy who's with you is like, "So is Mithra gone?"
Yeah, Jesus is better.
"Oh, Jesus, I've heard good things." And he'll like head over towards them. You all see Ramses like floating from up the beach. He is definitely on his way to where you are currently. Jonesy
Oh,
is
we're
kind of
going
going the
after
other. Sorry, Nick.
we're all chasing. We're all chasing Jonesy, right?
All right,
Yeah,
you're gonna-
we're going.
Yeah.
Is anyone not chasing Jonesy?
No.
Because we need to stop Jonesy from eating Yellowbird.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that sentence made me very happy. All right, yeah. So we have here a chase. So this is going to be opposed dex rolls. So I'm going to take the best success of the pursuers versus the success of Jonesy. So Jonesy, roll your dex roll.
For me.
Jeez. 98. I fall over my own freaking feet.
All right.
54.
Ooh, hard success.
All right. So
I mean, we don't really need much more than a hard, do we?
so Jonesy is Jonesy is not a runner, is what we've discovered here. The bow-legged gait is not, and also, Jonesy keeps getting distracted by like people walking by of like, that one looks delicious. That one looks delicious. And so you easily catch up to Jonesy.
Tackle and pry? Oh, Jonesy is strong.
No.
Oh, God.
Jonesy.
Jonesy is absurdly strong.
I'm also pretty strong.
What? You want to be eaten?
Your name is Bila, by the way. Who's this Jonesy?
Well, somebody's yelling, so I'm just going, what? You want to be eaten?
No. I really, no.
But birds. Yeah, we go for the birds.
Do you want to defeat the other god?
And eat the followers.
Yes. In order to do that, you have to drop the stones.
But you have to drop the stones near.
Yellowbird.
Yes.
Yellowbird. Drop the stones near Yellowbird, then eat them.
Then eat Yellowbird?
In that
Yes.
order. Yes.
Let's go. So I'm going to start running again.
All right, you head towards Yellowbird. All right, Jonesy, make me a sanity roll.
Oh, 28. I got.
All right, you are back to being Jonesy. You're very hungry.
Yeah. Starving.
And you are running towards John Yellowbird for some reason.
Okay. What are we going to go get his followers?
Yellowbird is standing alone. And he's just sort of sadly watching this Benny Hill show of like, as you run up to where Jesus is, something happens, and now you're running, and he's just like,
So do I remember the plan that we were going to give him the stones?
the plan was told to build Bila, not to you.
Okay.
Give him the stones. Drop the stones,
Yeah.
Jonesy.
Yellowbird, I'm sorry. We messed up. We didn't do a good job.
Okay. All right. I'm Jonesy. Yes, I
Give
am.
the
Yes.
stones to Mr. Yellowbird. Yes.
Okay.
All right, make me a sanity roll, Jonesy.
Speaking of sanity rolls, NGC 457 with 500 bits to the to the DM.
What?
There's no DM here.
To Ezra to bring in Belanus next.
Some Asterix and Obelix references. Nice.
So I rolled a 90.
Oh, Bila's back.
We
But
can inspire that.
Yep, it can only go both ways.
All right.
It can only go both ways.
I like that. It can only go both ways.
At this point, yes.
Okay. All right. Let's try this again. I rolled a 92.
All right, Bila is, you see this weak flesh vessel standing in front of you looking sad.
Oh, he looks very edible. He looks very good.
I'm gonna punch a god.
Tackle time. Tackle. We're.
You guys are tripping me and punching the crap out of me. Okay, go for it. And
All right, you're
Right in the kidneys.
so like you're about 10 feet away from Yellowbird
yes.
when Susanna and Jared will try and tackle you. And like Yellowbird is just standing there stoically, just sadly, slowly shaking his head at all of this. So Susanna and Jared, make brawl rolls. Jonesy, make me a dodge roll.
I'm gonna say that I would push it, but it won't be necessary, it seems.
I can't roll anything today. Wow. I was doing well.
And critical success.
Okay,
All right.
I rolled an 87, so yeah, no, I did not dodge. I'm beelining with the stones like in my hands.
There's some salivating going on.
Yes.
I went low, you went high.
Yeah, that's right. You guys just boom, from either side. You knock Jonesy to the ground. Jonesy still has the snow. You don't know the stones are never dropped. They are only let go.
Okay.
Whew, man.
One at a time, I'll pry the pinky finger because I think I can do the pinky finger. Susanna, can you handle a thumb? And we'll just work our way.
I'll like help hold her down and say in her ear, Jonesy, you need to come back. This ain't you. Usually.
All right, yeah. Make me a sanity roll, Jonesy.
If I can give her a bonus die with persuade, I would do that.
It's hard to persuade a god.
This time I got 28.
All right, yeah. So she says that, Jonesy, and you are back. Like you hear Susanna say, like, this isn't who you are.
What's on the ground? What?
You saw what happens when that other thing takes control. Let go. Drop them. Give them up.
I'm working that pinky.
They ain't helping you.
All right, you drop the stones. You lose 6 sanity.
Oh.
Welcome
Make
to my
me an
neighborhood.
intelligence roll.
Okay, okay.
You might be picking these right back up.
4, 5. Okay. I'm not too bad. An intelligence roll, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
All right.
18.
You remain. You are aware of the awfulness that you almost like. There's a brief second where you're like reaching back, and then the cannibalism. Like there's a weird taste of some sort of smoked meat on your lips that is not like suddenly is very unsavory. And you are now, the three of you are lying in a dog pile with these 2 stones that are now sizzling in the grass, in front of John Yellowbird, who's just like in the most judgmental way possible, looking at all of you.
I push Elias towards Yellowbird with me, and I grab him by one side, grab him by the other, and basically say, you have to do this. We are not decent people. And kind of push him into the stones.
All right, as you push him forward, there is a blinding flash of light from up Jesus way.
That's a title, Up Jesus Way.
And you hear and you once again hear Ramsey's voice saying, and that is how you are a true Unitarian. And Yellowbird looks up and all right.
Yellowbird, I have faith in you as a human.
Well, that has to be worth something. And he reaches down and he scoops up the 2 stones. And he immediately like stiffens. And he says, now is not the time. And he just disappears.
Well, that went predictably pear-shaped.
Do you think they sell dynamite in this town?
I can only hope so.
And that's when you start to realize you have no idea what time it is. The sun is burning bright. It feels like it is always noon.
Well, now what?
It does not seem like Ramses is moving. He's not advancing.
Do we need to get some sleep? Do we need to?
I feel like punching Dr. Peterson too. I mean,
I am right there with you.
at this point, I've already punched Jesus. What else could happen today?
Satisfying, though, isn't it?
A little bit.
All right.
I'm like, I've had it with this crazy town and these crazy people, and Dr. Peterson, he's up to no good. I don't know. I don't think he likes his daughter enough to like deal with her. I mean, we either kidnap a lesser god, or we tell Dr. Peterson, go to hell. I mean,
we
those are
already told him.
feelings. I'm having
Thought we already
feelings.
told him to go to hell.
Who is the one who said that
Yellow,
Abe,
yes.
you said that Ramses is going to destroy the world if we don't do something.
And Yellowbird said that he just said not now.
Okay, well, I think that's a nap time, if you ask me.
Okay.
So, everybody make me a first aid roll.
Good enough.
Yep.
Probably not.
Yes.
Nope.
All right. Anybody who made it, people on the beach, the few that there still are, like you see people, like you don't know the last time these people slept, but everyone now that you're seeing is like starting to just sort of reach their endurance level and pass out. People are just passing out all over the place.
We should get them into the shade. So I'm gonna let's get these people into the shade. So anybody who's passed out on the beach, I'm gonna pull them.
All right, yeah.
Anybody who's
Inside.
not
Man,
passed out,
if
try
only
to-
other Jared were there, he could
It's-
complain about you being in his light.
Well, it's easier to get the people who aren't yet passed
Yes.
out
Yes.
into the shade. So
Let's
I'll
do
that
start
first.
pulling-
Yeah, all right. There's maybe a half dozen people, but you get them in the shade.
And I mean, I'm pretty strong. I can like start picking up and carrying people.
Yeah.
Who,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Me too.
Let's get in our. I don't know. Let's get.
All right, you
someplace.
find as you're doing that, one guy. Let's see here.
Well, there's a river to get water.
yeah.
Yeah, there is a river. As you are picking people up, one guy. Let's see here. His name.
We should have put the chairs over the people.
What?
The deck chairs that are laying out. Just put them over the people.
There is a one guy is like as you start to pick him up, what is his name? Oh, got it. Jason. Is it Jason Taylor? Rebecca Newman. Mhm. This is just good radio. I forget a name. This is embarrassing.
Well,
There it is. Okay.
Oh.
So there's a guy and he's like he like as you go to pick him up, he's like, oh come on, leave me alone. Tell Newman I'm still looking. I just want to stay here.
Does that name ring a bell for any of us?
It is. It was one of the guests you saw in the ledger at the hotel.
And of course, we're still going to drag him into the shade, right?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
He does not have the physical strength to resist us if he's collapsed over exhausted.
No, he really doesn't. Really he thinks you were trying to take him away from the beach. Is what this was.
Looking.
And so when it's clear, you just put him in the shade. He's like, oh, thanks.
Looking for what, sir?
Oh, you know, I'm just looking for stuff. No big deal.
What kind of stuff?
Well, I'm just trying to make sure who has all the stones. Because Miss Newman wants to know where all the stones are. Now that the pouch is gone, you know, there's only the 13 stones.
And this is Miss Newman. Is she staying at the hotel? Same Newman?
Yeah, we're staying at the hotel.
Okay.
But I mean, why would you leave here? Why would you not be on the beach? She's just, man, she's got a bad attitude. It's all work, work, work. Translate, translate, translate.
Do I know that she did so? Because I remember when we checked into the hotel, the guy was telling me about. Did he say her name is Newman, or
No,
she was?
no. You looked at you guys saw it on the ledger. It's a name.
Okay,
you saw on
so
the
that's
ledger.
how I figured out that she was the one who was okay. How many other people came up here with you to look for the rest of the stones?
Just us.
What do you mean the pouch is gone?
I mean, the pouch is where the stones came from, but now that the pouch is gone, there's no more new stones.
So she doesn't. Does she have any stones in her possession currently?
No. But we're gonna take care of that.
How? Because it's pretty hard to get stones from people who have them.
Yeah, they teleport away on you.
Mm-hmm. Or eviscerate you, or
he
I'm
will.
sorry, I'm late.
No, he
Not
failed the roll
eviscerate.
again. He's not coming to his senses. So
I shake it and go, bring it together, man. Just because it sounds dramatic.
I mean, look. I'm just staying here, making sure if Simpson comes to the beach, I'll see him.
I remember Simpson. Where's Simpson? Who's Simpson? Oh no, never mind. It's my day
I
job.
don't think you've heard that name.
It's literally my day job.
Well, if you need help, you could describe him to us, and if we spot him, we could let you know.
Oh, that'd be really nice of you. Yeah, yeah.
Is there a way to transport him without touching him? Or
Simpson?
right?
No.
Yes. Tell us what Simpson looks like too. Does he have a mustache?
He will describe a. He's like, yeah, you know, good-looking guy, kind of bookish, professory.
Maybe we should go to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should take a nap.
That
We
too.
end up like all of these people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting some rest is probably a good idea.
We were passed out for like 5 hours, so I think that counts, right?
Does it?
That was only a short rest. So
Yeah.
qualitative rest.
From experience, passing out feels like sleep.
Except you
from
wake
Abe's experience, yes.
up with a hangover and feeling worse than you did when you dropped.
So you get to the hotel, and around the back, as you're coming around the back where you go in, there is there's a woman sitting there enjoying a drink.
I'm going to sit down with her and ma'am, do you mind if I join you?
Oh, no, of course not. Hello.
Hi.
What
What are you
how long
drinking?
have you been here?
Oh. Since Wednesday.
Oh, that long.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while.
Make me some sort of I'm lying roll.
Oh, damn it. What is I'm lying?
I don't know. Offer me a social skill.
Oh, charm and spades, baby. Is
All
she
right,
good
charm.
looking?
Yeah.
What is, I didn't even do the math. Is 43 half of like 89?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you're right. It
The
actually.
segment is
technically-
called Amy Does Math.
Yeah. It shows up twice every episode. So I get her a drink. I'm like, so what are you doing here? Have you been here long? Offer her a cigarette.
Oh, she definitely, with that good roll, I'll give you that, she looks exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll say, well, I'm in town for business.
Such a shame. You should try the therapeutic hot springs. And I like move to show how hot I am. I'm like, with me.
Well, yes, I'm so busy. I don't have time. There's so much to do. And I mean, Jason's no help. That was going to be judgy, and I shouldn't say that, but you seem kind of like him. You're just going to go sit on the beach or sit in the hot spring and not pay any attention to the real work that needs to get done.
I just lean in. I will pay attention to you, ma'am, all day long. Tell me, what is it that you do that occupies your time so?
Yeah, what was your name, sir?
Abe Froman.
Like the sausage?
Yes, like the sausage. I'm glad you've noticed.
Are you make the sausage?
Technically, we have people do that.
Wow.
I'm in charge of making the sausage.
You look a lot older on the picture on the package.
Ah, that's my father.
Oh,
One day.
I see.
One day I'll be in charge of all the sausage.
I see. Abe, it's been very nice talking with you, but I'm afraid that I need to go back to my work. Maybe I'll see you again.
One small favor. One extra word out of your lips. What is it that you do? What are you studying?
I'm a linguist, Abe.
Ah, perhaps we could
Excuse
speak the
me.
language of love later. And I kiss her hand and let her go.
You did make a good charm roll. She kind of goes, "You're fresh."
Thank you. I know.
And she heads back up to her room.
Do I see, can I tell which room it is?
Sure, yeah, you can find out which room she's in.
Okay. All right, so where is everybody? Is everybody at the bar right now?
They were all watching you charm the pants off of someone.
Oh, okay. So did everybody hear how awesome I am?
Do any of those pickup lines ever actually work?
No, usually it's just money on the table that works.
Wow. Okay. Maybe we try a more
That got dark.
maybe we try a more direct approach.
What I was just supposed to ask to have sex with her? Is that
No.
what you're saying?
About the whole God situation.
Oh.
Not.
I'm sorry. I got caught up. That was what I was doing. I forgot. I'm sorry. Maybe you should try, Elias.
You've already freaked her out. Maybe
Hold on. Can I psychology roll?
Maybe
Can
a
I-
feminine person could do better.
Can I psychology roll? Did I freak her out, or was she just?
You can make a psychology. You may attempt a psychology roll.
Ooh,
15.
15. I made it. I
It's a
can.
prickly 15.
Yeah.
I mean, she seemed, I mean, you made a very good charm roll. You were very charming. She didn't seem,
Freaked out
she didn't
is
seem
what
like, you're not having sex right now. So, there's that.
There's
but,
hope. There's hope. Is how Abe interprets that. I didn't scare her. Tomorrow's another
that's
day.
right. Yeah, that's right. If they talk to you again, it's always a good sign.
Exactly.
Before we get anywhere else, I just want to thank Chad Barr for gifting 5 subs.
Oh wow, thank you, Chad.
Thank
Well,
you
that's
so
awesome.
much.
Oh, thank
And I
you.
You know what?
cannot wait to see you in person.
Because of that, I'm not going to kill Chad in tomorrow's home game.
Aw.
Whoa, someone's going soft.
I mean, he can be bribed.
So you, while you are all at the bar, John Yellowbird appears out of nowhere, and he says, "I am making preparations. I need one more stone."
I thought 2 was supposed to be enough.
It was before Ramses gained more power.
Fuck.
What about Susan?
Do you know Susan?
Yeah, he knows Susan.
Yeah, that's his ex-girlfriend, duh.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be a tough sell. I can see how
Not
that's
really.
Join forces.
Well, maybe.
Do you know where she is?
Amaterasu is not in a space to hear my words.
There was the guy looking on the beach. He might have been looking for stones. Do you think any of them are in the beach?
Well, is there anyone else that you think that we should talk to? Might be receptive.
Be collecting stones, yeah.
Well, and there's a lot more stones, and there seem to be gods running around, or at least there was, according to this fella that we talked to on the beach. Can you sense where any other stones are, aside from the ones that Ramses has, and I imagine Amaterasu?
Amaterasu is once again in the glen by the river. Ramses has gained great strength, and the Greeks are so fractured as to be, they do not have the power we require. But they do have a stone. They, each morning, they ride their chariot through the town. I can distract them if you can get the stone from them. But as I said, the stone will not be given willingly.
Is there a way to take a stone from someone who does not want to give it up? Because that seemed to be real hard.
Violence.
Well, at least we're pretty good at that. Do you know which of the Greeks has the stone?
I do not, but it should become apparent.
They do tend to glow a bit.
A little bit.
Can you show us, can you tell us exactly where their chariot will come through and where you might distract them?
I will Now I have to look at the town map. I will distract them in front of the library.
And do you know? I mean, you've held one of these stones for a while, and now you have two. Do you know if they're distracted, if we can shoot them? Is that effective?
If they are not aware, it will be effective. But I would rather there not be any killing.
How are you on the subject of kneecaps? Sorry, I had to make the Firefly reference.
The reason, as I understand it, that you gave me these stones is because Wei is a god of peace.
Yeah.
But in order to achieve the peace that you want, you're gonna have to use violence as a tool, or at least us.
I would ask that violence, there are levels of violence. You were able to wrest the stones from your compatriots without shooting them. I ask that you give these men the same consideration.
We're familiar with each other. We have a connection.
Yeah,
I don't have that with them.
hearing other
Which
people's
leads-
voice saying my name helped.
Your connection allowed you to tackle them better.
Allowed us to speak to each other and get them to give up the stones.
We have just as much chance of reaching one of these people as you do.
To put it another way, killing one of these gods will draw their power to you.
Mm.
Well then, if there's a horse and a lasso, I might have an idea.
I'm sure, well, you have a horse. You'll have to undo it from your, it's not, it's not a charger, but it'll probably catch up with a chariot. Or we could, oh man, a chase scene with the shaggin' wagon running down a chariot, reenacting Ben-Hur.
We are not,
Already made it very clear.
we are not risking the shaggin' wagon.
So, again, you have no idea what time it is. And the weird part is you feel great. You're not tired at all. And it's noon. The sun is like right above.
I have lots of reasons to not feel great.
It's Sweden. We need to shut these shades and
Yes, the Alaskan can confirm. That is a good question though. If Ramses can keep it at high noon all the time, are the Greeks going to go riding through at any particular time? Do they have a time sense that will work when it's high noon on the place?
They operate on the clock, a mundane clock. They ride through town from 9 to 10 in the morning.
All right, who's got a pocket watch?
Yeah, so you look at your pocket watch, it is 3:45 in the morning.
Oh boy, I need to get my beauty sleep. Good night, everybody. And I take a bottle of vodka and go up to my room.
So the rest of you are sleeping in the shaggin' wagon, right?
Sure.
Right?
I do want to make sure that I obtain a lasso because I have fairly decent rope use.
Yeah, you have rope in the wagon, sure.
Great.
Okay, so yeah, you go to sleep and you all have the same dream. You are in a desert. Who who had the vision of the place? Was it? Yeah. So you recognize that desert as being, around here. And there's just sand in every direction. But you see over to one side, some sort of ruin or structure pokes out of the sand. And as you get there, it is the rotting remains of an ancient ship. And buried in the sand is a worn stone pedestal that was inside the ship. And the sun beats down on this pedestal. And we'll say, let's see, anyone who has already been a god, so Jonesy and Susanna, you both notice a line of cloaked figures marching through the sand towards the ship. And you're having the same dream, but you're all there separately.
Was the ship in the lake bed, or was it just a desert? Was there anywhere?
It looks like it was in what you think of as the lake bed. The two of you who noticed them, you hide in time. The rest of you, all of a sudden, there are cloaked figures all around you, but they ignore you. They surround the pedestal, and they pull out a small leather pouch. And out of that pouch, they pull an amber stone that catches the sunlight wherever it goes. It's clearly one of the stones. They bring the stone to the pedestal, and the light just flashes. And you have a sense of like ancient magic and power. And you, Thomas, you have a sense that this is actually the past. This is millions of years in the past, when this area was a desert of some sort. And this is what you saw before was the future. That if Azathoth comes down, he will burn this place to a crisp.
In the dream, can I move? Can I run? Can I go somewhere?
You can't really. You are always there.
Okay. But I'm by the pedestal.
Yes. Yeah.
So I want to try and orient myself based on what mountains might be here to mountains that exist.
Oh, I like it.
Today.
Okay. Make a navigation roll.
Ooh, it's not that character. That was a long time ago. Nah, I missed.
How bad?
By 40.
All right.
I have a
So
base of 10.
you have a sense that it's somewhere in the lake. You're not sure where, though. And you go to sleep. At the Shaggin' Wagon, very early in the morning, you hear the tent being opened, and you all are you all wake up, and probably several of you point firearms at the door.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And you see Mr. Peterson has put his head in, and his eyes are like wild. His eyes are bright, like completely red and just wild. And he goes, "Do you have a stone? I need a stone."
No, we don't.
"My stupid daughter has a stone. Get it from her. Give it to me."
Oh, absolutely not.
I knew it. I knew I couldn't trust you.
100 gold will get you a stone.
What?
I think we can get you a stone, but you need to give us 100 gold. I mean, $100.
It was like, what system do you think?
I'm like,
I don't know what's
how
happening.
much gold? What? I don't
Gold.
carry gold. $100. you know what? I'm gonna go talk to my daughter. And he steps out, and as he steps out, you hear the clear of a gun. And that's where we're gonna call this episode.
Oh,
Excellent.
So that's going to do it for this episode of the Great Dane Society. Thank you so much. You guys gave us so many bits this session. It's crazy. We can't say enough good things about. They couldn't even use them all. You gave us so many. That's
Tried.
they tried. We really and the gift subscriptions were awesome. Just a ton of support from the community this week, and we so appreciate it. Don't forget Monday. It's Dragon of Icespire Peak. Oh, it's
Where
before
we will
Monday?
have
Oh,
Monday, where we will have a giveaway because of the number. of bits
holy
you
cow!
guys
Look at that
did.
stack.
That
My
is
goodness.
hear it for the boy.
So yeah, Monday we will be giving away, what is it, a Nord Games deck of your choice?
Yes, the Nord Games deck of your choice.
There we go. So that's Monday, Dragon of Icespire Peak, and then Saturday, Rime of the Frost Maiden starts us off 12:30 is their time now, right?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. 12 o'clock they start. And then we're back here at 6 o'clock to close the week out. I think that's everything we need to hit. Congratulations to, I already forgot, Talensorn, who won a copy of the module. Next week, my guess is we will be finishing up the sunspots. That is my guess. So, quotes. That's what I need to do.
Quotes.
Who the hell is Slybo?
Early start.
Are we shooting guns now? Okay, well, we tried. To play devil's advocate, he's an idiot. He thinks I'm not going to shoot this anymore. When we say get them, what do we mean? Do we want to get involved? Haven't you seen an automaton? What happens if we sign him up for a cult? And then he goes on a magic buffalo ride. I punched a guy today, kinda. I'm all brawn and nothing else. How does this keep happening to me? That didn't go as planned. Now what? It can only go two ways. We have to join forces with Jesus. I punched Jesus, baby. It can only go both ways. That's my current favorite.
Yeah.
Do you think they sell dynamite in this town? One day I'll be in charge of all the sausage. And I have lots of reasons to not feel great. I'm leaning towards it can only go both ways.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
The way that every episode goes.
Good stuff. All right, well, there you go. Friends, this was fun. This was a good day.
Ezra, you mentioned something about a YouTube giveaway.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Yes, YouTube. We love you guys. So here's what's going to happen. Comment on this video and make sure you liked Quests and Chaos, subscribe to our channel, and you like this video and comment. And everybody that comments that is a subscriber and likes the video, I'll be doing a random roll, and one of those people, I will send you a PDF of the games of this module of Sunspots. So YouTube, you know what to do. Comment and subscribe and do all that good stuff. Get in there and do that. Thank you for reminding me.
All the YouTube stuff.
The standard, the YouTube thing.
If you listen to the podcast, jump over to the YouTube and comment and like and subscribe.
There you go. It's the synergy. The synergy will just will overpower us all. Goodbye, internet friends.